London, Brooklyn, London, Brooklyn, Atlanta, London, Harlem, Brooklyn, Kingston,
Good morning, traders. Welcome back to another live stream, the last live stream of 2025 on a beautiful Tuesday, December 30th. As always, before we hop onto these charts, make sure you read what's on the screen. Trading is very risky. I'm not a financial advisor. I don't provide financial advice. If you trade, you're probably going to lose all or more of the money that you trade with. Make sure you do your own research, make your own trading decisions. Read CFTC Rule 4.41 on simulated trading, which is what this is, even in funded prop firm accounts, and the affiliate and partnership disclaimer that says I stand to make money from links and codes in my content, like Top 1 Futures, code RDF, Bookmap, and others. Good morning, chat. Good morning, good morning, good morning. I've already been chatting with you guys, answering some questions. What's happening? Paul, SMT, Hunter, Cyrus, Tom Ward, Dino, who spammed the chat already and is timed out. It's me, Trades. Mehendi Q, what's happening? Dwayne, Pam, Glenn B, good morning, good morning, good morning. Real quick, I'm going to touch on that, guys. We're growing, right? I'm getting bigger and bigger and bigger, which is awesome as far as social media goes. I greatly appreciate everybody that's here. It also means I'm going to have to be a little bit less patient, a little bit quicker to stop answering the same questions over and over and over again, and unfortunately time people out or ban them if they continue to spam with the same style of stuff. It just takes away from the show. It takes away from live streaming. It takes away from me seeing and answering questions from people that are not just repeatedly asking the same thing over and over and over again. So real quick, because this is one that continues to get asked and I just don't have the bandwidth for it. Everything is free. Free 99 across the board. The stream is free. The Discord is free. Socials are free. All the videos, everything's free, right? No course, no VIP, no mentorship. I use WHOP. W-H-O-P, whoop, wop, whatever it is to get into the free Discord. I'm going to tell anybody that comes in later to ask to go back to this video, which is why I'm saying it now. If you can't get in through WHOP, you're shit out of luck. Excuse my language. I'm not going to do the email thing. I'm not going to do the Discord thing. That's how you get into the Discord. I run it that way because I was overrun with spammers by having a completely open Discord link. You got to go through WHOP. I know 9 out of 10 on you already have heard this spiel. It's the last time I'm saying it. Get through WHOP. You can't get through WHOP. Your country's banned. You're banned from WHOP. Whatever the reason is, I'm sorry. You can hang out on the streams. You can hang out on the socials. I can't cater to every single person. As you can imagine how time-consuming everything that I do already is, I can't cater to every single person. Maybe that has a specific instance for some reason they can't use one of the apps or something that I'm using to make sure that we have a good experience for 99.9% of people. So I'm saying it now so I can send everybody back to December 30th, right at the beginning of the live session, right after we get through the disclaimers. Now, on to the markets for everybody else. What's happening, guys? Last trading day for me, streaming live with you guys. I updated. I'm not going to trade live tomorrow. It's a half-day close before we come into New Year's Day, which is a full-day close on Thursday, January 1st. And then we are back open, and I'll be back here live with you guys Friday, January 2nd. First day of 2026. Like we've been talking about a lot coming into the end of the year, guys, I typically find this time of year, price action, market structure wise, to be pretty slow moving, consolidating, choppy back and forth. We've had some wild volatility in the metals market, specifically on silver. That could be translating over a little bit more coming into the middle part of this week. But as a whole, I'm keeping expectations low. I'm keeping risk fairly low. I'm looking for trades like I did yesterday. Took one for break even, sat in the damn thing all damn day. But overall, pretty low expectations, pretty low risk. Take a look at what we got on. Let's start with ES, which is what I'm going to be looking at this morning. ES on the 15-minute. Pretty choppy overnight session after a little bit of selling pressure yesterday. We opened up to the downside this week, right? We did have a bearish close get put in on the daily chart. We opened up pretty balanced, pretty close to that volume point of control. We have not yet tested prior day high or low. We have our overnight high and low in a pretty tight range right here, about 15 points, 58, 60 ticks on ES. Actually, the MES chart here on Project X, unfortunately. Chopping back and forth around VWAP, right around yesterday's volume point of control. Pretty balanced, nothing too crazy. Low in the range as far as yesterday's daily candle range. I could see this going either way. I could see a pop back up to the upside today, kind of just continuing what we've seen on the higher time frames. I could see some more selling pressure. I could definitely see a test of this area that I was targeting. I got short in here. If you don't remember, if you weren't on the live session yesterday, just showed me, I think, at the most $400 worth of profit on a little over $400 worth of risk. I didn't take the close there. I was waiting, like I said yesterday, like I said in Discord, for the 930s, 920s. We didn't get that. Got out at break even. Can't be mad to be flat on the day after, sitting in a trade all damn day. So, yeah, I'm going to wait for this to open up. Nothing crazy. This is just really tight Asia-London range here. No direction as far as the open just yet. If we crack down to the let's say 930s, right, and we start to find some buyers, or even before we do, I might look aggressively long just to frame one trade that I'd be looking at right off the open. If we crack to the upside off the open really aggressively, I will look aggressively short. Because we're opening up so balanced right at yesterday's volume point of control, I don't mind that mean reversion style trade right off the bat, even on ES, if it comes really early into the open. Pretty similar deal on YM. If we cracked really aggressively to the downside, YM I'd be looking towards the mid 500s, 48,550s. If we cracked really aggressively to the downside, sold off 200 points, it's not that aggressive on any other day. If we pop to the upside and we went back to yesterday's volume point of control, Friday's volume point of control, we cracked all the way up here. I could see a potential really aggressive short, but I'm probably going to take it on micro ES just to keep risk low and, maybe get some trading in with you guys. But that's what I'm looking at off of the open today. We do have FOMC meeting minutes today at 2 p.m. That is a red folder event. Today is the last full day of trading of the year. Yesterday is a normal market open, and then we have an early close in the futures market, stock market, bond market, full closure on Thursday. Again, if you're living under a rock, it is New Year's week. Welcome to the show. But markets are opened up right now. Let's see what we get here. Appreciate you guys for hopping on as always. I'll be talking about a couple deals today. I try not to overwhelm anybody with the plugs. Obviously, the screen is littered with a bunch of promo stuff, but we got two big ones ending from Top 1 Futures and Bookmap, which you see running here on the left-hand side of the screen. My favorite order flow tool that I do use every day. I really hate when I'm on the road or I have to manage a trade without it. I genuinely feel like I'm missing something these days. But they've got a gnarly deal that's ending as well. Gonna wait for the market to open up and we will talk about some of that. Throw your trading questions in chat. Feel free. One other thing somebody can remind me that I do want to talk about is planning. I want to talk about using the next couple days as we come into the new year, 2026. Not for the BS, new year, new me, like none of that, but reviewing and how important it is to really take a look at what's working well, what's not working well, and then goal setting, manifesting, right? Envisioning it, praying to your higher power if you have some faith in whatever it is you believe in. But really looking at, where you want to end up this time next year. Where do you want to end up on December 30th, 2026? Okay, you have the vision of that. How are you going to get there, right? I want to tell you a little bit about the roadmap, that I try to do. I don't do it at the end of every year, to be honest. I do it every quarter. I do it much more frequently than just once a year. But I want to tell you how that's worked really positively for me in my life. Try to give you guys some sauce there. It is imperative with trading because trading is, from a retail level, is so unstructured. There is no one looking over our shoulder. There's nobody here in my home right now, in my office, that's telling me to do or not do anything. And with that level of, with that lack of structure, we have to put a lot of that on ourselves. So I do want to talk a little bit about that. So markets, trading, answering questions, talking about prop firm and software deals that are ending at the end of this year, talking about laying out our game plan to become who we want to become in 2026. How the hell are we going to get there? And then maybe we give out some accounts. Maybe we get some people funded. What is dinging here? So, market opening up pretty balanced, just chopping here at VWAP. Nothing too crazy just yet, guys. Nothing too crazy. Just gonna check what alert I had going off on some higher time frame options plays that I got rolling. Interesting. Yeah, this was a closeout alert. Sorry guys, just gotta manage one thing on the back end here. Do. Cool. All right. Let's see. Good morning, guys. Good morning. First time here. What's up? Welcome to the show, guys. Thanks for keeping it valuable here. Yeah, man. Yeah, I had to go on a little bit of a rant there, a little bit of an update, right, in the morning. Sometimes I got to talk about it. I run my stuff free 99, and with that comes, having to manage it, to moderate, to police it. I try to keep everything as open as I possibly can to everybody. I try to provide a lot of patience to everybody, but I'm grateful to now have to manage how am I going to spend this time. I have Instagram, X, YouTube. I put out short form content, long form content. I stream live here on YouTube, Kick, and X for hours every day. I run a Discord with over 2,000 members that I am active in every single day. I'm on other people's live streams, podcasts, shows, interviews. I do in-person events. I trade myself day in and day out. That was an alert for a longer term, options play outside of just the futures market. There's quite a bit that I do in my personal life as it comes to, just general hobbies, because I'm not a professional athlete by any sense of the word. So I do at a certain point have to go, well, I can't answer the same questions over and over again. I've got to try to get a better structure. I can't answer constant questions that can be answered by Google. I just have a limited, finite amount of time each day, and if I spend them answering the same questions over and over and over again, as I do every day, like this morning, I'm answering DMs across multiple social media platforms, on YouTube, on IG, on X, in Discord. It just becomes a lot, right? I've seen people complain about one small account, right? So I hope you guys can understand where I'm coming from, and that you don't take it like I'm too big to interact with everybody individually. That's not going to be the case. But I'm going to have to tell you, hey, if I've answered this already, here's where to get the information. If this is a question that I think you can easily get from our good friend Google or ChatGPT immediately, and probably better and faster than I can answer it, I'm going to direct you there, right? I'm better to be able to answer and provide my opinion, my experience, on something that's not super easily answered by Google, and certainly not to answer the same things over and over and over again as it comes to where to find a forum or how to get into the free Discord. So that's something that I'm going to work on getting better at for this year. We'll see how it goes. But I know what I always wanted in the past, which was I wanted dudes to answer me, right? If I had a question, or if I wanted to be able to get some info, but I do understand the other side of that coin now. So, guys, just talk about the markets here. Really a timid open here. We are trading right at the 69.50s here in ES. Not a lot of movement at all. Before I come back to the chat to talk to you guys. Ooh. Oh, look at that play on YM. There was the play on YM. Yeah, I'm looking forward to coming back over to YM. I hopped over to ES to try some different things out, right, as we are coming into the end of the year. Also, just to try to get some more trades on with lower risk, to be completely honest with you. It can be pretty boring if I am, like, fairly certain that I'm not going to take anything on an instrument that I'm trading, and YM was just kind of limited on, for the most part, what we had coming into the end of the year. But here was the play, right? What did I say? We didn't quite hit the 48,000 mid 500s, but we got pretty close. Really aggressive buy. If we sold off 200 points, that's pretty much what we did. Again, I'm watching MES and yapping to you guys, so No entry here, but that would have been a really nice snipe down there. I don't know that I would have got it. I probably would have been waiting for just a little bit further of a push down, right into the middle area if I was going to front run that train that was coming to the downside. But there's the really aggressive mean reversion style trade off of YM and why I do like to focus on it. I will be back focused on YM coming into the new year. But for now, we're going to keep it on MES. Let's see. Do we sell off on ES and NQ? Do we follow this to the downside on YM? Or is YM pulling its classic take everybody out before moving in the other direction that it does almost every day without fail? Not almost every day, but here you go, right? Opening up right here, 9:30. Take everybody out. Go and trade. Look at this 15-minute candle. Go and trade 150 points higher and then come right down and sell off for the rest of the day, right? Take everybody out that was jumping in short, that was fading this, run stops, pick up liquidity, and then continue lower, right? Wouldn't it be interesting if we sold off 90 points, 90 ticks below yesterday's low, and then came right through the other side? It can be very difficult if you're not comfortable, on that type of an instrument. But if you watch YM for long enough, that stuff gets really you can start to capitalize on it. So let's see. Chop. Good morning, guys. Good morning. What's going on? Chat, what's up, Zach? We should respond. People here. No, it's all good, ADO King. I appreciate you. In a way, it's good that you means new people are coming in every day. Yeah, it's awesome. It's not in a way. It's 100% a good thing. It's crazy, man. I have over 13,000 here on YouTube subscribers, which is wild. I started streaming the beginning of last year. Started putting out my first bits of content the beginning of last year. So I'm getting close to 2 years in now, but it's awesome to say that. I'm so grateful for everybody. IG almost at 10,000. X is a little bit lighter. I'm not that heavy on X, but millions and millions of views, thousands of hours of watch time. It's crazy. Concurrent viewers that I have now, live stream viewers, you guys on here. It's insane. I'm grateful for it. It's such an awesome community that building with you guys here. So I'm grateful for it. But for sure, I do have to find a better way to manage, so people that are here every day and have been here don't hear the same shit over and over and over again. Again, excuse my language. But new people also know what's going on because I got new people on here every single day. New people on social media literally every single day, dozens of them. So it's a balance, but that's just part of my job, right? Creating a good balance for everybody, new traders and people that have been here watching me. They know what's good. Yeah, man, this feels like we want to move north. This feels like we really want to pull back up here. We did not do what we did here in YM and sell off first. We are only 10 minutes into the open, 11 minutes into the open here. This feels like we could want to run maybe just this overnight low level. Get a dip down to this area of consolidation before popping back north. We got a nice positive cumulative volume delta. ES holding, red on the day across all of these, but holding fairly strong. Why is liquidity coming off the book, guys? What do we have coming up for news? Uh-oh. Am I sleeping on something? Chicago PMI? That's what we're getting over here? Getting dark? Yeah. Chicago PMI. Maybe the big boys know something that I don't know, and how that one's going to come in. Chicago PMI, I have that marked as a low impact. It's not even down here on Project X. That's dropping in 2 minutes, but something that happens without fail on Bookmap or on any depth of market order flow tool is you watch the algos, for lack of a better term, but these liquidity providers get turned off. In general, you watch a lot of liquidity. You watch a lot of resting orders get pulled off of the book ahead of red folder, higher impact, medium impact news events, in anticipation for that rapid volatility. These people don't want to get filled or at least they just don't want their orders on the book. It's actually kind of a nice like warning sign when Bookmap starts to get dark. You know you're about to get something. It's a good reminder if you forget to mark a high impact news event. But just got a little bit dark there. Not much. They're back on. But yeah, nothing coming up today until 2 p.m. where we have FOMC meeting minutes. Yeah, looking at this, guys, I might be buying a dip here today. If we're gonna chop, it's a little bit of a higher time frame continuation play, lower time frame reversion play, right? Higher time frame, we are pushing to the upside, very strong bullish trend. Lower time frame, as in like right here, right now, we are pushing to the downside. I could see us potentially finding some buyers in here. I think if we don't find buyers in here, we're going to aggressively move to this level down here. If we find buyers in here, I think we could come out the other side of this range, start to push maybe a bit higher today, or at least be on the right side of the chop if we're just, in fact, going to do this. Right? Could still potentially generate a win, getting in on the low end of this range, continuing to the upside. I'd be wrong if we sell off, right? I'd be wrong if we sell off down to this area. This is what I'd be looking at if we start to come to the downside. Same spot as yesterday. Not a really aggressive move out of Asia, London. Not a really aggressive move off of the open. So price action, market structure giving me a little bit more confidence to potentially take this thing in here. Not wait for a big move to the downside. And if we did get a really big move to the downside, I'd be cautious that that's going to be the move of the day, that we're not going to have a bullish day, right? That we're not going to come all the way outside of this, trade way lower here on the daily chart, and then flip bullish, right? That the move would have just been a short. The move would have been just a short, off of the open. So 9:45 a.m. Eastern here. Let's see, what do we get? Chat in the chat. Let's see. Appreciate you guys hopping on as always. I'm going to drop all links in the chat so you guys have it. It's my site, essentially just a link tree if you guys want to check that out. We got prop firm deals, we got the 100% free community, we got everything under the sun. But appreciate you guys hopping on, man. Got more and more people hopping on Kick. What's up, Slothfather? What's up, Jess? What's going on, guys? More and more people hopping on YouTube. A ton of people always on X. What is going on, X? I appreciate you guys for hopping on. If you want lower latency and no ads, people that are watching from Twitter, you can hop over to Kick or YouTube, just so you know. It's Real Deal Zach or Real Deal Futures. You can just go ahead and Google that if you want. Look at that, ADO King. You are taking your own advice, answering questions for me. Appreciate you. Volume is very low compared to yesterday. Probably more crap action. Yep. I can see that, Mike Z. Morning, guys. I see another good question in there, Cyrus. I'm gonna try to answer that in a second, but I'm just looking at this coming to the downside. And if I'm gonna take a trade, I might anticipate some of that crap price action. Very low volume. You could just see traditional volume down here without even using Bookmap. Ooh. Right as I was saying it. That's aggressive. Very aggressive crack to the upside. Could have a comment coming out from somewhere. Could have something underlying that is causing some really aggressive pop to the upside. Could just have that end of the year irregular price action and market structure that we talk about, where sometimes we see stuff like that, and there's not gonna be some kind of like Trump comment or anything else that's going on. That was pretty aggressive. I was getting ready to say that if we compare volume from yesterday off of this open, we are looking at very low volume here, at least on micro ES that I'm looking at. That was an aggressive pop to the upside, really close to where I was looking for a potential long, right? Right below this overnight low level, saying that, how slow this price action market structure is moving was giving me a little bit more confidence to potentially look long above this level down here. Damn it. We got close. That would have been a beautiful entry and then a a crack to the upside if I had gotten something on just a sweep of overnight low. Honestly, I was looking at it really aggressively on a dip down here, but oh my gosh, this is what we're gonna get today. Immediate crack to the upside. I'd say I probably would have been waiting for the low 40s. We had a little bit of liquidity down here, right here, 41 and a half, 41 and 3/4. That's exactly what I was looking at for potential entry, right down below this level, right down below this Asia London low. Nope. Right back up through VWAP with some force here. Interesting. We're probably going to hear what that is in just a minute. CVD cracking to the upside really aggressively on this one. Really aggressively. This might have some follow through. Yeah, guys, end of the year, right? End of the year, coming into New Year's, low volume, low volatility, choppy price action is par for the course. Does it have to happen? No. Anything can happen, right? But in general, if you've traded through this time of year, you probably are of a similar belief. Damn, man. Immediate crack to the upside on a nice growing amount of volume and cumulative volume delta. You could see it down here. You could see it over here on Bookmap. That would have been such a nice entry. I wonder if we're going to find out that was something. Not that it really matters. I don't pay too much attention to fundamentals in the way of like I need to know what happens and I'm going to respond in a certain way to the fundamentals. This looks strong, though, guys. This looks strong, chat. We'll have to see. No entry for me so far. YM would have been beautiful today. If I could have found my way in pretty aggressively as we were selling off. Let's see. All right, so we had a couple questions, man. Again, low expectations, guys. So far, super duper choppy. Directionally, gun to my head, I'm long. I'm long for a continuation of the upside. I don't know that we come south on this. That would have been a really nice way to get in long, right? To play for a move to the upside after a sweep of overnight low to come back through overnight high. Would have been wrong if we came all the way down to this level here, which we still could do. Still could turn to the downside. Right if we just continued to the upside and popped up like we did really right as I was zooming in the 1 minute chart to look for that entry. I'm really not looking to short this. It's just not a short play. There could be a kind of a continuation trend trade that sets up here, but I'm not going to jump into this long. If I had to take a trade, it would be long. Just holding for a grind to the upside coming into the end of the year after whatever the hell that bit of volatility was there. But again, happy to go no trade, happy to go break even like I did yesterday. Managing risk this time of year is, in my humble opinion, crucial. Managing risk. So we had some questions in the chat. First guy I've listened to that makes sense to me. Starting to get the feel for this. Awesome. I'm happy to hear it. PMI in 3 minutes. Yep. For sure. We talked about giveaways later on the stream. Potentially giveaways today later on the stream. You're going to have to hang out to find out. Zach, how do you go about sizing up in sim-funded accounts? Like, would you size up once you've built enough buffer to accelerate payout cycles, or do you prefer fixed position size on every trade? Cyrus, There's no one right or wrong way to do that, in my humble opinion. Comes down to, number one, your personal risk tolerance. And this is going to be drastically different for everybody. How comfortable are you potentially losing whatever account you're trading? Not comfortable at all. You're going to run a really low position size, really low risk per trade and per day. You want to get more aggressive and work yourself towards payouts faster and potentially risk loss. Other side of that spectrum, right? Higher risk per trade, higher risk per day. Past that, and from a more what does your trading look like view, which is important that everybody needs to do, which is also very individual. What is your average win rate and average risk to reward, right? How many losses can you expect to see? How many losses should you see over the next 50 trades, 100 trades? That'll give you an idea of where you need to be, risk per trade and risk per day, right? This is all the basics, and I'm going to get to actually answering that question. Once you hammer those out and you have something comfortable, you have something that's comfortable for you, that's working for you, when does it make sense to size up past that point? Only after you've built a buffer or you're comfortable risking a faster and more real risk of ruin, right? After you've started to build a buffer in an account, you can look to size up, right? Or if you're more comfortable potentially losing whatever account that you're trading in on the pursuit of the faster payout, right? That's kind of the answer to that question. But it comes down to your average win rate and risk to reward and frequency of trades, right? To help you develop that risk per trade and risk per day. And how comfortable are you, potentially losing that account? How comfortable are you going into, drawdown versus holding on to the account and working to, yourself towards a really small, slower payout? This is a different conversation if you're trading a live account. It's a little bit more straightforward, right? You don't want to lose the live account. You don't want to risk losing the live account probably at all, right? A personal live account. Which is why, these small percents per trade and per day are so frequently talked about. But as a whole, it comes down to the individual. You will have guys that are teetering on churning and burning and sim farming that are risking the entire account every single trade with prop accounts. You have people that are not as experienced, or they have no reason to want to risk the entire account. The dollar amount means a lot to them based on how they're, allocated capital wise. They're going to risk, 1/20th of their max loss limit, right? Or maybe 1/10th of their max loss limit, and to give themselves 20 back-to-back losses in a row before they blew the account. Probably something that's very uncommon, even if you have a pretty high risk to reward, low win rate, right? But it comes down to all of those factors. Damn this market, man. Yeah, no entry for me, right? No chase entry. This would have been a beautiful sweep of overnight low for a crack to the upside. Sort of slap my hand like a child here. Always frustrating to watch the market do what you want it to do. I've had a lot of this coming into December. Honestly, a lot of it, even on YM. This was the move that I was looking at really off of the open. I just did not get my entry, right? I didn't do exactly what I needed it to do or anything really close to it. Didn't get the sweep of overnight low. Didn't get a crack down to fill liquidity that I was watching there on Bookmap. Direction right, movement right, all of that stuff right. If I hop in 5-10 points past where I wanted to enter, I'm chasing. My stop loss is in a trash spot, and when I get stopped out and then it continues in my direction on a day like that, it's enough that you want to just walk into the ocean with, cinder blocks on your feet. So that crack to the upside, though, that initial volatility did look like we wanted to follow through. Why? We jumped in volume. We jumped in cumulative volume delta. There was obviously buyers above that. We had sell orders come on the book that continued to get filled and pushed to the upside. Yeah, it's a nice move to the upside on this one. Congratulations if you were long right off of the open. But this is looking like it's going to be, it's early in the day to say this, but it's looking like it's going to be no trade off of the open, obviously, for me. So this is the 15-minute. Jump back to the 1 minute. Come on, Project X. YM? Look at that. Look at that. Gnarly move to the downside all the way back up. Almost 200 points off the low. Hopefully that answered the question of scaling up in sim accounts. Next week, volume pick up. Yep, coming into the new year. Absolutely. NQ has low volume as well. Just swept London low and GB math before the rip up. Caught the long on paper trading view. My kind of eval will be blown. Woo, I'm back. Kicked myself out by accident. No problem. What's up, guys? Always the way, Mike. Very close to hitting TP for the month. That's interesting to run a monthly TP. Switching to kick. It's about 5 seconds faster today. Interesting. Yeah, make sure you hit the live button. Like, if you're on YouTube, maybe you're going to watch this in 5 minutes. Make sure you come down and hit the live button. Sometimes, like, the feed, for whatever reason, drops off, and you have to physically go down on the bottom of wherever you're watching and make sure that you're actually watching it live. You can hit the live button. Yes, Kick is a web-based app for anybody that's interested. I'm not going to throw it in YouTube because they probably don't want me sending anybody to another streaming platform. But it's Real Deal Zach on Kick. The link is also in the all links chat. Kick is low latency with no ads. YouTube is pretty low latency. There are ads. X is not low latency. I don't know if there's ads on X. X is the worst latency. Mike Z, what's up? 2 great longs on paper. Guess I should give up trading. Should not. No, you should not. No, you should not. No, probably should not. Choppy so far, man. This could give an opportunity for a breakout and retest long. Sorry, guys. Checking a couple messages here. Seeing what the hell I had going on. Appreciate you guys hopping on as always, man. Thanks for being here. We're live almost every day on YouTube, Kickin' X, 9:15 a.m. Eastern. Last stream of the year. Dang, man. Last stream of the year. Crazy. Crazy, guys. Absolutely nuts. Absolutely nuts. Sorry, I'm checking like just a couple things that I had dinged today. I don't know what was going on with my alerts going off here. What in the world? What the helly, as the kids say? Looking like a little bit of a break and retest here, guys. There's a long play to come right back up through these highs. Kind of tempted on this one. I got to be honest with you. CVD jumped really aggressively. We sold off into the open. I don't like this nearly as much. Let's frame the trade idea, right, and talk about this and talk about what I'm looking at. I don't like this nearly as much as getting long more aggressively in here off of the open, right? With a stop loss down here and a take profit somewhere that we could have almost already hit, or even to hold it for continuation of the upside. Why? Why don't I like a long here with a stop loss here? If we chop, right? If the anticipation is neutral, right? Like neutral as in we kind of just chop, or bullish, right, that we're going to continue the upside, I'd love to position myself down here. If the thesis is really aggressively bullish, like I think we're going to take off, I think we're going to run, I think we have opportunity for a big bullish day today, you know, yeah, stop loss like right below session lows, right below daily lows might not be a bad play. Coming into the end of the year, man, I'm so cautious of just these choppy, lower volume, back and forth, piss everybody off, take everybody out movements. So, I'm cautious to jump in aggressively long on a move from VWAP, but there is certainly that play here, right? This is giving you an opportunity. Just to frame this out, I don't think you have to put a lot of risk on. It could potentially be a cheap trade. If your thesis is that this is the 15-minute chart, is that we're going to push to the upside today, we're going to come through this area of, low volume, not a lot of price action market structure, come back towards these highs of last week, back towards all-time highs. If the thesis is that we're going to sell off, this is an opportunity right here as well. You could take it all the way down to the 930s, 920s, right? The area that I was looking at yesterday. For me, my thesis coming into today, right, based on higher time frame structure, yesterday's price action structure, yesterday's candle, the move from the overnight session into the open was potentially a bullish move, right, after a sell-off right here. A little bit of a dip down. I'm going to have to just wait and see on this one. It's not that clean. For me, I don't like a stop loss right here. I would like to say I'm wrong if we come down here, right? And long from here with a stop loss down here would tell me that I'm wrong if I come all the way down here, right? I'm happy to pay to find that out. Long from in here, and I'm right if we pop to the upside, which I already would have been, right? Or I'm really right if we pop up here. I don't like to say on a day like today, I'm only really going to be right and not risk a stop out if we rip to the upside. If we chop, right, and you pull a long in here with a stop loss in here, right, or whatever, you're right if we pop to the upside. You're wrong even if we chop first, right? We pull one of these. This, I would say, if I'm long in here, right, and we come down here, this is not chopping anymore. This is a bearish movement, right? If we look at this on the daily, if we are down here, right, this is a mean bearish bar. It was not a choppy day. It was a down day, and I was dead wrong. The move was short, right? So, it's not always that I am a little bit more cautious of choppy movement, but just look at what we're doing here. Look at what we've got. Look at the context of the year. I would love that really aggressive off of the open reversion play, especially in the direction that I'd look to trade for the day. Today, could try it, but it's just not as ideal for me. Still holding strong, very positive CVD. This is a classic retest of VWAP. I'm sure we got a ton of VWAP traders getting long here. I'm sure we're going to see some buying pressure right off of a volume weighted average price here. You could take something completely different if you're, scalper looking for something really, really aggressive, right? Right back through the high, something along those lines where you would allow for a little bit more of a dip down, maybe even just a test, right? But this is kind of back to the same trade, pushing to the upside. You're going to die in the chop if we're just going to chop here. So no trade for me. That's just kind of talking about, where my opportunity is, the edge that I attempt to exploit in the market. What works really, really well for me is when the market does this, gets really close to giving me an entry, really close to dipping down to these 41.5, 41.75, right below overnight low, where we had quite a bit of volume on the book before we cracked to the upside. But we don't hit that, and we just start to do something different. We don't come into this, we don't sweep this low, and then we just push, and then it comes back down, waiting patiently, not going, oh my God, we're breaking out to the upside, long, right? Not doing that, and then going, oh my God, I chased it. What did I do here? Why would I get long on the breakout? I wanted to be long down here. Why did I get long up here? Now I'm taking a stop out, and then what do? You come in here and you get stopped out and you're like, all right, short, it's going down, right? And then what does the market do? It comes back up, it takes you out. Don't do that. Don't do that. Wait patiently for your setup, right? Something that you're pre-planning. Execute. Take your good win, take your good loss. Try not to chase it. All right, we were talking about a couple things I want to talk about, but we were talking about good morning, Dr. AK. What's up, Rhombus? My New Year's resolution is quit hitting stop loss. Yeah, just don't hit any stop losses. Yassine, what's up? Good morning, good morning. We got a bunch of people that hopped on late. What's happening, guys? We get a rip up here. Hard to break out of this range. Yeah. I don't know, dude. We could just chop today. If anything, you know, like I said, if anything for me, gun to my head, chop or push to the upside. We come to the downside. I'm dead wrong on both of those. Got my limit 52.5. Looks like you're filled long, my friend. Right at VWAP. GC scared to walk out of that 15-minute orb. Lost my live account. Dang. I want live back. I think about it. 80% of 9,000 or 3,500 of 9,000. Which dollar amount do you want? I'll take 80% of 9,000. Yeah. Sorry to hear. Kate, I know you lost the original live account. Did you get back in and then lose a different one? I know you were working on your way back in, and I think you were close. But give me the update. We got a trader in the chat that had taken multiple payouts from Top 1 Futures, got into a live account. They offered her the opportunity after losing the live account to trade on one account and immediately work back in. Oh, it was the original. Okay. Yeah, so you're working back towards that, you know, trading one account. Yeah, no, I know. Listen, so I'll talk about that for a second, just so you guys know what I'm trading here. Again, we got a lot of new people on here, a lot of old people that have been here. I try not to repeat it too much. This is Project X, the platform that you're looking at. I'm no longer a fan of Project X. If you haven't been paying attention to what's been going on, it's been melting down. There's been issues nonstop across all of the platforms, prop firms that are running Project X. Project X is going by the wayside. We're going to be on Tradeovate and TradingView coming up as soon as I'm able to transfer out. Crazy to watch this thing come all the way back down. Account-wise, this is a Top 1 Futures pre-live 15K account, okay? It's Top 1 Futures live account. They kick you to a pre-live account first. There's a lot of advantages and some disadvantage with prop firm live accounts. This is a prop firm live account, not to be confused with a personal brokerage live account where you would just deposit your own money. After trading well enough, hitting whatever parameters they set, you know, maybe trading, you know, bad, but they want to limit you, however you want to frame it, you get kicked to a live account with a prop firm. Advantages in the Top 1 Futures live account, this 15K live account, right? Daily payouts, no consistency rule, ability to immediately withdraw day one any profit that you make over the minimum amount, which I think is like $200 or something like that, right? Disadvantages. No reset button. If you lose the account, you're in a situation that you don't really want to be in, which means that you've taken payouts from a prop firm, made it to a live account, proven that you can get to a live account, but you can't hold on to it, and you know maybe you got to go back and be limited in sim or something like that. So no reset button. You do have to manage risk. Most people slow down when they get to a live account, right? 80-20 profit split. But 80-20 profit split on all of the profit that you make. It goes from 90-10 to 80-20, at least with Top 1 Futures. Other disadvantages, some would say you are limited on contract sizing. You also still do have a daily loss limit and a max loss limit. Those are pretty wide, really, really wide in my humble opinion. But the contract limit with Top 1, at least for me, you know, was pretty aggressive. All of those parameters are set custom by the risk manager. It's different for everybody depending on what your trading looked like in sim for the most part. If you want to work towards a prop firm live account, I think Top 1 Futures is one of the best spaces to do that in. It's the fastest path to a live account. Is it the most advantageous live account once you get there? That's up for you to decide. They are all different across all different prop firms. How much you can take, what you have to do to get there, when you're considered, and then all of the parameters once you're in it. Do you have a consistency rule? Are you able to withdraw from day one? You know, are you ever able to withdraw the balance that you brought with you from sim? All of these things, you know, are weighted differently across different firms. This is crazy to watch this come right back down. Wow. Choppy, guys. Very choppy. At this point, I'm really hands off right now. At least on MES, we are just straight ranging here. Really strong CVD. This to me, I don't know, man. Sweep of this high, overnight high, right back to overnight low. I'm curious to see if we rip through the lows here, find sellers, and continue this move. If we do, I'm looking to the 930s, high 920s, low 930s for the next potential area of interest. Second chance for a really aggressive long here if you wanted it. Kind of interesting to watch volume here again. I'm curious to see, man. I'm not going to jump in front of this, though. It's not the initial movement. But anyway, yeah, that's kind of the thought process here with prop firm live accounts. I think it's a great opportunity. Many traders disagree completely. They see that you're limited from sim. They just want to be able to trade the sim and copy trade. There's also no copy trading in live accounts with most firms. Some firms offer it, but almost only one that I can think of. It just depends on you as a trader, right? I think it's experience level. I think it's, where you are in your journey. But I do think, if you don't want to just become a professional sim trader, which is nothing wrong with that, initially, I think you can leverage the sim environment. You can copy trade really aggressively. For me, I have capital outside of trading that I want to allocate, and I don't want to just become a great sim trader because the rules are different. And if you're going to be really aggressive trading sim accounts, risking ruin really aggressively, negative risk to reward scalping, super high frequency, a lot of that stuff just does not translate to live accounts at all. It's not creating a positive expected value in the markets. It's just creating a positive expected value with prop firms. So, it can be a difficult transition out of that world. So for me, my goals were first get funded, right? Coming from the futures market from the beginning, just so you guys know. First get funded, then get max funded. This was back before any instant funded accounts at all. Then make it to my first payout without losing any accounts, without losing a funded account, I should say, because I lost plenty of evals, ripped through them. Did that, right? First, tiny payout. Then take more than one payout, right? Continue to take payouts from, a small set of accounts. Then take more frequent payouts. Can I take a payout, once a month? Can I take multiple in 1 month, right? Was able to hit all those goals. That was awesome. Then I was faced with the same challenge as a lot of traders as we start to progress, right? Where do you want to go with this, with the prop firms? Do you want to start copy trading? I started to do a little bit of that. You want to copy trade across firms? Do you want to try to focus up and work yourself towards a live account, right? That was my goal. It took me quite a while. It was not a super easy, quick journey for me at all, but I did that with Top 1 Futures. Once I got to a live account, goal number 1, make it to a live account, try to hold on to it. Can you take one payout from a prop firm live account? I know this is hard to believe, but very few traders ever make it to a live account. Very few traders, very, very, very few ever make it to one payout or multiple payouts or hold on to it for more than a couple of days or weeks. So my goal here in this live account was to make it to a payout. Was able to do that. Then multiple payouts, weekly payouts. I've ran it up to 11 payouts in this account, all small, all very, very modest, nothing crazy. No 5-6 figure run-ups in this account at all, right? Goal was to hold on to it. Was able to do that, right? Was able to generate a really nice return percent-wise while taking multiple small payouts, right? And hold on to the damn thing. Demonstrate good risk management, good trading. Demonstrate something that at least works for a small amount of time, because a couple months really isn't a large sample size, right? In a prop firm live account. Now from here, I would like to scale. I've said that a couple times, but I've continued to just take payouts and profits as they've come. I'm stuck in my ways of just taking money off the table and getting paid and making it real. But probably scale in this account. But more importantly, right, what influenced that decision was I have capital outside, right? I've taken payouts. I've made money in my outside life. I've talked a lot about coming to trading with capital and be able to trade live accounts. I want to continue to develop a skill set that's going to translate to live accounts, live future brokerage cash accounts, stock IB accounts, accounts that I'm trading options in. And, I'm foregoing the really, really aggressive copy trade 100, accounts and rip through sim accounts in order to do that. I've had a lot of side quest accounts on the side, which I still have and work on. It gets to be a question of how much time in the day do you actually have to do this stuff. But, that's kind of where I've gone with it. That was my progression, my journey. A lot of traders will go many different ways with this. So it's just up to you, where you see opportunity, what your long-term goals are. All of these things come into play. But first and foremost, most traders are not here working towards your first payout. Coming off of demo, keeping risk really low. You should be looking at one account that suits you best. Take it slow, keep risk low. Try not to lose the account. Try to hold on to it, right? And develop the skill set that is actually trading, right? Controlling tilt, controlling your emotions. Actually try to trade, right? Then you start to think about these things. Once maybe you generate a little bit of profit, you're able to work towards a payout, right? So, there's so much and this is kind of sounds mean or harsh, right? There's so much conversation on live accounts. There's so much conversation on max payouts and when you could get paid out. And 9 out of 10 people commenting have never made it to a payout. They've never made it to multiple payouts. They haven't made it to multiple payouts in the same account. Like, these are not problems for them, and they should really be focusing first on actually trading. Can I generate, some profit in a damn account before I lose it, right? And try to work myself towards a payout. Once you start to get there, have that longer term vision. So if you guys have questions on this stuff, please feel free to ask. I'm happy to talk about it. I want to get to a couple of the things today, but I'll leave you with this. I'm not a purist. I am not some holier than now. First off, I don't have it all figured out, and I'm a regular idiot like everybody else. But there is a game that is different in prop firm accounts than live accounts. And you're not really using your time well if you're trading a sim account exactly how you would trade a live account, unless your goal is to quickly transition to live accounts, right? But there's a balance in there between straight up gambling, full port, no stop loss, YOLO at the open, back to back to back to back to back to work yourself towards payouts, and trading it so slow and so conservatively, risking 2% of your max loss limit, and really never being able to work towards flipping the account, which is what they require to get a payout. So it's important to think about things and note, how you're going to adjust to work within the prop firm space, and then how you will have to adjust to work within live accounts, which I think should be everyone's goal. If prop firms went away tomorrow, would you be able to continue trading, or did you just figure out how to full port evals on news? Something that just won't work in the live environment. So think about that. Think about that, as you progress into 2026. Chat real quick, and then we're going to talk about a couple other things here. $1,200 away for taking a payout. Awesome. Pam, in there. Absolutely. Yeah, focus on the trade, not the payout. Yep, you guys got it. There's a lot I love about TradingView. One of them is the fact that you can not easily see your balance. Yep. Good morning, Daniel. What's up? I sent them an email, and they put me back to sim. However, one account at a time. Yep. Top of futures. Absolutely. 1,200 loss limit was mine. Trading range. Let me go to yesterday's low. Catching falling knives here. Be careful catching falling knives. Could try the long off of overnight low, if your thesis is long. Gun to my head, I'm still long here. I'm tempted to try it right now. We will take out the low most definitely now. Yeah, took out this overnight low here, finding some buyers. Said, this was Zach. I'm going to full port the live account on news. Yeah. Good morning, everyone. Let's hit that like button. Good morning. Good morning. I've talked about this. This is a good conversation, guys. If you become a really good prop firm trader, right? You're really good at working towards payouts. You do lose accounts on the way to those faster payouts. I'm looking at a long here, guys. I'm just debating it. This is a second chance long. I don't know that I want to try this one though. Just give me a second, and I want to talk about something that might help some of you guys if you're at this stage. Again, I think majority of the audience is newer. They're not taking multiple payouts. They're not really thinking about live accounts. I like this long, man. We're finding buyers here off of this overnight low. If we just chop, this is not going to be a bad spot to look long. If we sell off through the lows, I'm dead wrong. Yeah, I'm going to run this one long, guys. I'm going to run this one long here on micro ES. Yeah, I'm going to run this with a pretty tight stop. Let me just frame this out real quick, guys. This is the same trade that I was looking for off of the open. Really holding a positive CVD. We've come through all of the liquidity that continues to stack up above price. It kind of just is acting like fuel to the fire here. Buyers are feeling like they don't want to let this thing go. This feels like the fake everybody out to the upside. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. Run all of these stops and then finally move to the upside. If we just chop here, I might be able to grab a little W. I'm going to get rid of that take profit. But I'm just going to look for something pretty small on this. Nothing too crazy. I'm just trying to frame this on where exactly I'd like a stop loss. I could get in a lot heavier, but I'm going to keep risk stupid low. I'm going to try to stick to what I said, which was really manage my expectations by having really low amounts of risk, right? If you're here, you could go back and watch the last months of trading. $1,000 risk per trade, no problem. In this account specifically, which I've worked myself towards multiple payouts on, I'm just having low expectations and low risk here. If I have to take losses this week, I want it to be really small and manageable. Maybe give myself multiple opportunities. You know, if I was really long bias here and I really had good conviction to run this long, I think something really wide like that outside of this area here to allow for a sell-off and then a continuation could be in store. But that's not really the thesis of this trade. The thesis is that we find buyers like here. We find buyers off of overnight low. If we don't find buyers off of overnight low, we find buyers off of prior day low. I'd allow for a test of that level, and I'd be wrong if we sell off. You know, that's not that much room. I'd be wrong if we sell off. How many points below this level? Yeah, I'm going to go tight with this, guys. I don't care. I'm going to go pretty tight with this one. I'm wrong if we sell off, you know, down below prior day low. We come and hit this area of high volume. We come through this pretty quickly. So I'm going to see if buyers could hold it up right here. It would also just, I wouldn't require a lot out of the market to generate a win, right? I'm 13, 14 point. What is my actual stop loss? I'm long 5 micros from 69.45. Stop is 69.31 and a quarter. That is a 13 3/4 point stop loss. So I don't need a whole lot out of the market. Right back to the highs. The session is over a 1-to-1. You know, I'm cautious that we just chop here, and I would not like to need the market to go and run yesterday's high all the way off the lows 30 points higher. Again, low risk, guys. Like, again, I don't want to bore you with the micro trades here, but I just don't think it's a great time to put risk on in these markets, at least for me. Maybe this is the best time for you to trade and you're putting, you know, thousands of dollars worth of risk on in your prop accounts. For me, it's not really. So that's my play. That's my play. Hi, what's up? We have SMT. Great. I don't even know what that is. It's a short. Short it. Send it to the downside. I'm long. Somebody's got to be short for every long, right? That's how it goes. Go look at the tilt on Project X. You can look at that, and you will watch about half at any time, at any given time on average. About half of the traders are short and half of the traders are long. That's how this market works. Don't have to be right on every trade. Just have to be right enough to make money. We were talking about prop firms, talking about different stuff. I was talking about top one futures. Let me do a couple plugs now that I got into this trade. Again, long 5 from 69.45. Tight stop, nothing crazy, low risk. A third, less than a third, really, of what I'm comfortable taking on in a day in this account, even when I'm keeping it really tight with $1,000 risk per trade. But let's talk about it. We are able to copy trade up to 10 accounts with Top 1 Futures. Code RDF is getting you 50% off. Again, guys, I'm partnered. I'm affiliated with Top One. I stand to make money. I can't be unbiased. Really important for me to be transparent about that. And for you to do your own research and make your own decisions. You have to decide what a good opportunity for you specifically is, personally, right? For me, I think this is one of the best opportunities in the futures prop firm space, especially in the instant funded space. Excuse me. Especially if you want to work yourself towards a live account. They are objectively the fastest path to a live account. I have not seen any firm move traders faster to a live account. You might not like a live account, and that might not be advantage to you. You might want to just YOLO accounts on news. No, or you just might like the sim environment and you might want to try to stay there. But at a certain point, you should probably realize that every firm is going to move you to live if you could actually trade. Top One Futures. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. This is running until January 1st. We have like 2 days left in this. Another one that I want to plug real quick. My favorite order flow tool that I'm using over here. And again, they are code RDF. This one is... Why is it giving me like 2 links? Hang on. There we go. Next one. Bookmap. We have, this is straight from the Bookmap site. This is not even a graphic. Wild deals running from Bookmap that are ending, as you can see, in a little over a day. The most wild one, that I've seen, if you want to try out Bookmap, if you just want to check it out, this is a paid order flow software. This is giving us live liquidity in the markets, not our smart money, I know the algorithm liquidity, actual liquidity, right? When we talk about what is resting at a specific price level by way of limit sell and limit buy orders. You also get a whole bunch of volume tools, which I like. You might not like Bookmap. You might say, I don't need it. I'd say, cool, man. Plenty of traders that trade without it. You might say, I want to use liquidity in my trading. I want to understand order flow. I want to use a depth of market, but it's a little bit more complicated than I would like. Bookmap displays it as a heat map. It's pretty sweet. It's a paid software, and you have to pay for data. This deal right here, wild. If you click the link, it brings you right to this site, right to the checkout page, so you can check this out for yourself. Cyber Monday, 60% off of Global Plus 1 month of data. It's Global Plus monthly. You could also get 50% off of Global Plus quarterly every 3 months and 50% off of 3 months of data. You really do need to look at Bookmap for a couple months, honestly, but I think before you get any feel for it at all, kind of like everything. But those are the 2 best deals that I've seen all year. I am extremely confident because I've watched Bookmap. I've used it myself now for a while. I watched it all last year and into the year before, at least for what they were offering for deals. This is the best deal. It's not going to come back around. It's not like prop firms. It's not like everybody else. Kind of like TradingView, how I've talked about that. The best deal is Black Friday. There's no surprise a deal at some other time of the year. The 80% off, 90% off deal that they do, it's only for Black Friday. Bookmap, from what I've seen, this was, if it's anything similar to last year, I'm pretty damn confident. This is the deal. This is the sauce, right? There's not going to be something that's 80% off of Global Plus that I could see coming. So, again, partnered, affiliated. I stand to make money. If you want to check it out, do your own research, make your own decisions. You've got to decide what's best for you in this space. I show you the tools that I use. I show you the stuff that seems to work well for me to a degree. I show you it working well or it not working well live for free, so maybe that can help you decide. But if you want to check this out, link is in the chat. No code for Bookmap. Link brings you straight there with all of these best deals. Again, important to note, Bookmap is a paid subscription to the software, like many paid platforms are, and to level 2 data. If you are going to use order flow, a depth of market on anything outside of just top of book, you need a subscription to level 2 data. That can be kind of confusing. If you have questions, hop in the Discord. I'm happy to talk about Bookmap, order flow, using a DOM, and what you need in order to set that up. Bookmap and Top One Futures. That's the plugs for today. As we're watching my trade chop right around break even here. It would be helpful how you show Bookmap. It would be helpful if you could show us how you use Bookmap. Dr. AK, I'll talk about it a little bit on this trade specifically. I'll talk about it on the trade this morning that I was looking at before I hopped into this one. But for you and anybody else that's interesting, I probably have 2 or 3 now full YouTube videos on this channel where I talk about using Bookmap. I try to keep them relatively short, like 10 minutes at a clip, even though I could yap for forever. I would go and watch those for sure. I'd go and watch those first. But I'll talk about how I applied them to this trade. For top 1 futures, Yassine. Ooh. I'm not going to say that out loud because somebody said it in the chat, and I don't know if it's supposed to be that, but no, it's probably fine. See what Yassine said in the chat, everybody, if you're interested on a really, really, really good deal from top 1 futures. But yeah, also, guys, feel free, hop in Discord. Link is here as well. Feel free to ask me questions. I'm happy to talk about this stuff, you know, as long as it's something that you can't get from Google, right, like I talked about. But Bookmap order flow can be a little bit intimidating. There you go, YouTube and Kick. X, if you go to my bio, if you guys are watching from X, feel free. I have a 100% free community. No course, no VIP, no upsell, secret thing where I manage your money. That's all a scam. None of that. But feel free to check that out. Key difference between Top 1 Futures live CME feed and Bookmap. The key difference, the key differentiator for Bookmap, just so we can be clear on this information is the same, right? So let's go back to basics real quick. We'll talk about order flow for a second here. Bookmap is showing us orders, sell, and resting buy orders. It's showing us a whole lot more than this, but this is the core, at price levels during specific times in the market, like right here, right now. This information is centralized, coming from the Chicago Mercantile Exchange if you're trading, on ES, right? Or maybe CBOT, right? Chicago Board of Trade for YM, for example. A depth of market, a traditional depth of market with any other data feed, right? As long as you have full level 2, not just top of book, is going to display the exact same thing. It's going to show you price levels and then quantity of orders above and below price, right? It's probably also going to display volume in a similar way that Bookmap does. What Bookmap does that's different than a traditional depth of market and other heat map style order flow tools do is they give you they give you the depth of market in a historical way, similar to a candlestick chart. Where if you look at a traditional depth of market, I'm not going to pull one up here. It's going to jack up my platform. You're just going to see this, right? You're just going to see live market conditions. You're just going to see the current order book, right? And you're going to watch price trade and those orders come on and off the book, right? Bookmap is going to light this stuff up like a Christmas tree and show you when it came on and when it potentially came off, when it got pulled, right? This, to me, even though a lot of people say this is confusing as hell, I don't understand what the hell you're showing me here. What is this Christmas tree predator, like from the Arnold Schwarzenegger movies, looking heat map? This, to me, is leaps and bounds easier to read and utilize because you can go back and look at what happened. You can watch it happen in real time, and then you can continue to watch orders come on and off the book, and it gets lit up like a Christmas tree. So if you're an idiot like me and you just want to be able to look at it very, very quickly, it's much easier to use, in my humble opinion. It's different. Also, I do like the volume tools, like cumulative volume delta down there on the bottom, which is pretty much the only volume tool I'm using. The volume bubbles that are overlaid above best bid and ask can also show you in a little bit easier to read, cleaner way the volume traded at each price level, which you can technically see from a candlestick chart if you have volume and from a depth of market. So important to note, what information we have here, right? Level 2 data. What's Bookmap's claim to fame? Why do so many traders like Bookmap? You see it from so many different streamers and traders all over the place, or even similar tools, because there are other similar tools, like MotiveWave, for example, had a really similar heat map, because you get historical order book information, right? You get historical liquidity information because a depth of market can just be really, really fast, right? And it can be difficult. If you're going to start using any order flow tool, any depth of market, I do think it is a learning curve, like everything in trading. It takes a while to get comfortable with. It looks different across different days, different markets, different times of the year. You don't have a replay mode in Bookmap. What a lot of traders will do is they will record their screen. They'll play Bookmap, they'll record their screen whether they're watching the charts or not. They'll leave a candlestick chart and Bookmap running side by side, and you can watch how price reacts around levels of liquidity. You can watch what happens on volume, on cumulative volume delta. You can watch orders come on and off the book and what that means for price as it's moving around. And you can start to develop some pattern recognition. There is an immensely more complicated and even, I'd argue, accurate narrative around market auction theory and just, what's going on depth of market. The fight between buyers and sellers, right? If that's helpful for you to understand, as a lot of traders do, and it is, I would go for that. I would study it. I would try to understand what exactly you're seeing, the theory behind, what's going on the chart itself. For me, I really try to keep things as technical as I can because that's where I find I do best. That's what I find I'm best at. And I look at it like the dumb guy way. I kind of repeat that, the dumb guy way that I look at everything. What's happening on the chart? What patterns am I seeing play out over and over and over again? I have the narrative in my mind based on watching it play out, and I just don't feel the need to have this extreme underlying conversation as to what exactly is going on by way of what's actually going on in the this futures contract here that we're trading. So Bookmap has a ton of information on their site. Again, we're talking about Bookmap over here on the left-hand side. A ton of information directly from their site. On that link, they have a ton of videos if you want to read how to set it up, all about, what's going on the chart, all the different tools that you use. This is extremely basic. You can set this up in such a more complicated way. This is just me zooming in a little bit to show you a different view of it. You can custom tailor this thing so much. This is almost just the stock way to run it, but works pretty well for me. I have looked at running it a little bit differently in the future. I played with it myself, actually, over the last couple months, but for the most part, I just like to run it almost basics here. So anyway, hopefully that starts to help. Again, guys, feel free to watch the videos I have on YouTube. Head straight to the Bookmap site. I'll come back to it because I just want to talk about one other thing. That's the end of the year stream here that I think could be really helpful. But before that, I'm going to take a quick break. Be back in about 5 minutes, guys. Be right back. Back in action with your chat. Back in action, back in action. How we doing, chatty McChat chat? I'm gonna go no headphones. I'm going no headphones. There we go. Hopefully you guys can still hear some background music. Let's see what we got. Let's see what we got, man. Market's chopping around. We're chilling. Honestly, can't beat top one deals. We're working hard. Absolutely. Absolutely. What's going on? Chair, do your thing. Yeah, man. So, guys, before we potentially run a giveaway, see you guys asking about the giveaways. You guys been hanging out here. It's 10:46 a.m. First and foremost, if you don't follow me on socials, if you're not in the free community, if you don't know where the heck I am, I'm going to go ahead and link this everywhere. Hang tight. Ooh, because I also got an X giveaway that I'm announcing. That I was supposed to announce yesterday, but I'm announcing today. Why does this... What in the hell? Hang on one second. How does this do this? I don't know what is up with YouTube, man, but YouTube had a weird update. There's my X handle. There's my Instagram handle. Hang tight, guys. There's my website with all my links. Now you guys got me on Kick, on X, on YouTube, on IG. And one more link, the 100% free trading Discord. This is all going to YouTube. If you guys are on X, hit the link in my bio. If you guys are on Kick, hang out for 2 seconds, and I'm going to get you all the links in the chat for 2 seconds. Boom. Now you guys have it all. Here we go. Awesome. I'd be more than happy to have you with me coming into 2026, man. This was a good year. Accomplished a lot personally. Grew like crazy on social media. We got an insane 2026 coming up. I have so much planned. The start of it is building an entire new trading, streaming, degenerate den. No, I'm just kidding. I was joking around. I went, look at how much money is going to be lost in this place. Now I got a whole new office getting built out, which I'm super, super excited about. Hopefully it's going to be finished with over the next couple weeks. Probably going to take a day or two once they get stuff together to really get it furnished and set up. But I'm super psyched for 2026, man. A ton coming into this year. I'm going to be sharing a lot. I'm hoping to make it another banner year as far as, you know, hitting my goals in the trading space. And over this next week, that's what I'm going to be doing a lot of, laying out those new goals. And that's what I want to talk about. That's what I want to talk about here, guys. So bear with me for a second on this rant, right? I'm going to try to think through this one with you and give you some sauce, right? This doesn't have to be done at the end of the year. You could do it whenever you want. And in fact, I think it's better to do it more frequently than just once a year. But I think it could be really, really helpful to sit down, to take your foot off the gas for a second, and to review and plan. Now, a lot of people get stuck in this review and planning stage. If that's you, execute. Get back to work, get on the charts, get going, right? But a lot of people, myself included, continue to spin their wheels over and over and over and over again when they really just need to take a step back for a second and review what's working, what's not working, and lay some goals out and some daily tasks on how they're going to get there. So here's what I would encourage all of you guys to do. Why alerts at the same time? Hang on one second, guys. Right at the start of my good rant, man. Damn. Hang on one second. Hang on one second. Damn it. La, da, 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 da. One second, guys, because I want to give this full focus here. What in the hell is going on? Sorry, guys. Hate doing this. Let's see. How quick can we get this done? Then we're going to talk about planning. We're going to talk about locking in. The great lock-in. Damn, man. I'm sorry, guys. I really hate to be doing this while I'm on the live stream. Just got to handle some of this stuff on the back end while I'm streaming. Sucks. Okay, we're done. All right. Game plan. Over the next couple weeks. If not this week. If not maybe tomorrow when it's a half day in the markets and it's looking pretty shoddy. Or the day after when the markets are closed. Here's what I would encourage you to do, and here's what I'll be doing. I do this with my wife, but you can definitely do this by yourself, and I do a big portion of it myself when it comes to the business side of things, right? My stuff. Sit down and take a look at your year. This can be not so fun to do, right? Maybe you didn't have a banner year. You didn't have the best year. You watch everybody else on social media killing it and on, in trading, killing it, and you just didn't have that year. I've had plenty of those years, more than I can count. Take a look at your year and ask yourself, what went really well? Where did you execute well? What did you enjoy? What went really poorly? What did you not like? What did you not enjoy? What do you want to eliminate for next year, right? Once you do that thorough review, you really take a look at what's working, what's not working. It comes time to start setting goals, right? And the review can be good and thorough, but this is where it really comes into play, especially for the whole year, right? Here's where I like to start, at the crazy end. Where are you now? Where do you want to be in 1 year? Where do you want to be in 5 years, in 3 years? But if we're going to do it for the year, where do you want to be at the end of 2026? What do you want your life to look like? Maybe it's not that different. Maybe you really do enjoy your life. You're at a spot where you're very happy with what you have, and it's going to be a little bit more about maintaining and just these small improvements. Maybe you hate everything that's going on and everything that you're doing and everybody and everything around you, including yourself. I've been there too. Try to be nice to yourself. You need to make some bigger changes. You need to really have some big catastrophic shifts, right? Start there. Envision what that person looks like. What do they do? What does the bank account look like? What is the car that they're driving? Make it reasonable, but start pretty damn big. It should scare you. It should definitely scare you, right? Once you envision that 2026 goal, right? And this can sound a little, foo-foo, crazy out there. Just bear with me. Once you envision that, break it down into what that person does every single day. What that version of yourself looks like. What does that person wake up and do? What does their morning routine look like? What is the job that they're working? How are they executing at that job, right? And I'm going to relate it to trading. What is their evening routine? Are they hanging out, drinking, smoking, watching, doom scrolling, or are they reading a book, studying, and going to bed? When it comes to trading, right? If you're watching this, your goal is probably to take some prop firm payouts, to be a successful trader, maybe to hit some goal, whatever you're working towards. What does the version of you, or at least that person, look like? You might not have the exact answer as far as what you need to do, but you will have a really, really, really good idea if you ask yourself that question. I guarantee you. I used to make this excuse all the time. I don't know how to do this. I don't know how to do that. I don't know really what to do. Nobody's helping me. Sit your ass down and imagine you're that person. Or even better yet, do the Joe Rogan thing. This was I don't think he made this up, but imagine tomorrow that a film crew is following you around every minute of the day. And this is the day that you start, and in 1 year, you get your shit together, you get your life together, you hit this big successful goal. I can guarantee you, if that was the truth and there was a film crew following you behind, even if you didn't know exactly what you needed to do, even if you didn't know the exact path to get from where you are now to where you want to be in that 1 year, you would try your best to do what you thought was the right thing. You'd probably get a good night's sleep. You'd probably wake up early and have a good breakfast. Maybe you'd go for a workout, right? Because the film crew's following you and you got to make sure you got your shit together. When it comes to trading, you probably would take it seriously. You probably treat it like a business. You'd probably get on the charts and explain what you're doing and really pay attention to how you're treating this business. You probably just wouldn't be full porting evals while you're hungover and sleeping on the charts. Maybe you would finish and you would review, right? You'd probably journal something. You would track your results. You'd probably do something that was going to indicate that you'd be able to understand what's going on and how you're going to improve. Then maybe you'd study, maybe you'd read a book on trading psychology, maybe you'd watch some videos that are, high quality. Then maybe you'd go on about making some more money. You'd continue to work through the rest of the day. Then at night, you'd probably get a good night's sleep so you could run it all back in the morning and really impress that film crew, okay? It is as simple as that to start, because most people are nowhere near that point. So get over to that point first, guys. Really get over to that point first. So back to the whole thing, right? What does this version of yourself look like, right? What is your goals? Again, maybe it's nothing crazy. Maybe it's not new year, new me. Maybe you are really locked in as it is, and it's just these small improvements, right? Maybe you really need to make a big change. What does that look like January 2nd? What does that look like on the first day of the year? Write it out. Write it out. What does your day supposed to look like? What is the version of that? What does that person do? That's who you are. That's how you have to live. You have to picture that stuff, envision it. That's the mindset piece, right? Write it into your history and then go and and get that. Go and do that, right? Again, this can seem like the grind set, hype up, Like I don't want to be one of those guys. I really don't. And I laugh a lot of the stuff I see online, I got to say. So you can laugh at me if it's cringe and corny. I don't care. That's where I made a lot of progress and where I really continue to make progress in my life. It's hard to do. It's easier said than done. The doubt, the devil on your shoulder constantly creeps in, constantly tells you you're not good enough. You got no business doing this. You suck. You're going to fail. Just kick back, scroll Instagram, watch somebody else get this money. You should just smoke a joint and have a beer and, eat a cheeseburger and go to sleep and work your shitty 9-to-5 job and never be anything. All right? That creeps in because it's hard to continue to delay gratification and grind it out every single day before you get that, all the results and all the outcome and all the rewards. But that's how you get there. That's how you get there. Every single person that I know where it wasn't handed to them, when I'm completely, excluding them, every single person that I know that has gotten something has done that. They've envisioned themselves. They knew where they wanted to be. They had a reason why. Also, think about that. What is the why? Why do you want this? What does the version of yourself look like? What does your life look like? Why do you want it to be that way? Make it impactful. Make it real, right? I want to provide for my family. I want to help my mother and father out because nobody else in my family is doing this, and I know I need to get after this. I want to make a better life for my children. I want to make a better life for myself. I want to get out of this situation that I'm not happy with and live positively and impact people around me in a positive way. Any of these things, right? Think about this stuff, guys. Really think about this stuff. And again, break it down to write it out. What does that person do every single day? Starting with January 2nd, what do you have to do? Make it tiny and minuscule, okay? If you know you want to run a marathon, you have to plan months in advance what your mileage is every single day. On Monday, when I start this marathon training plan 4 months ahead, I'm running 6 miles, and then I'm running 7 miles, and then I'm taking a rest day. What does my nutrition look like? It's different throughout the entire thing. That's what you need to do for your entire year. Plan this shit out. If you don't do that, you're going to stay exactly where you're at or worse. And if you're not happy with that, if you're not just, you're good, not growing at all, go ahead and do that. But I'm telling you guys, if you make the effort, if you at least make the effort to push in that direction, you can start to build. And I'm not saying you're going to be exactly where you are in 1 year or 2 years or 5 years, but you can make an improvement. Think about where you are now and where you think you can get in a year. Make it pretty far out there. Push it out there. You should have to try, and you should probably not hit all of the goals. Otherwise, you made it too easy. What does that person look like? What does that person do every day? What does January 2nd look like for you? What does January 5th, that Monday, look like for you? And lay that out. And then throughout the year, review. Am I on track? If you fall off, get back on. Am I on track? What's working well, what's not working well? What do I need to do again this month to continue to move towards that? That's what I will be doing. That's what I continue to do. It's this kind of simple iterative process, but man, if you can picture yourself as the person who already has that thing that you're going to get, whatever that big goal is or multiple goals, and you think, what does that person do? I'm going to do that right now. It crosses this seemingly difficult and unimaginable bridge of how the hell do I get from where I'm at to over here? You already know. 90% of the stuff, 90%. You know what you need to do. You're just not doing it. You don't care enough to do it. You don't want it bad enough to do it. And unfortunately, as hard as this is to understand, you don't deserve it. You don't deserve it if you're not doing those things that you know you need to do and you're not doing them, right? The person who's doing them deserves them, okay? Again, discrediting the people that get everything handed to them or that type of just luck, right? So anyway, I really hope this helps, guys. This is kind of what I wanted to talk about. Do this. Take a little bit of time. I think you could probably find an hour to sit down and do this. Get a journal out, look at yourself in the mirror, talk about the year, right? This can be physical, this can be, spiritual, it could be for your career, right? It could be for your relationship with your family, your significant other, your loved ones. What's going well? What do you want to change? Get after it and get that, guys. Again, like I said, I thought about, I talk about this and I'm like, damn, man, you're really going to be one of those yappers that just talks about, oh, you can go and do whatever you want to do. Yeah, man. Trading is hard. This is extremely difficult. Almost nobody makes money trading. This is one of the most competitive and difficult things to do, even in prop firms across the board, right? You are setting out to do this. You're probably interested if you're here. Here's the sauce. These are the tools to get there, right? Grind on the charts, trading psychology books, review, journal, improve, continual education and learning, and time and focus off the charts, building discipline, health, mindset, psychology, right? All of it is there. So I hope this helps, guys, because I think it's one of the most powerful things you could do at the end of the year. Again, it doesn't matter. The year is the year. Well, you could do it whenever you want, but there is this resetting, right? Everybody thinks that way. Your minds think that way for lack of anything else, right? Going from 2025 to 2026. Use this time. Use it to your advantage, and maybe do it when the market's closed. Maybe do it, while everybody else is just chilling out and doing something else. Set some time apart to think about this stuff, man. That's how you get to the next level. Yes, people get lucky. They get shit handed to them, and then they don't really keep it, right? That's how you improve. It doesn't just happen by accident for the most part. You have to physically create that friction and push yourself to expand, push yourself to grow, man. So if you're out there listening, if you're on the stream, I appreciate you guys for being here. I encourage you to do that. I don't think that doing any of that will have a negative effect, really, in any way, in any meaningful way, outside of when you have to look at your year and say, damn, this really did not go how I wanted it to go. I'm doing a lot of shit that I know I shouldn't be doing, that I need to change up. Make it your year. Make it your year, man. Despite the setbacks, against all odds, make it your year. Improve. Look at where you are now and make a small but measurable improvement. Decide what that looks like for the entire year and then break it down starting from January 1st. This is how you do it in any career, in any sport, any profession. You have the big goals, the 3, 5, 10 year, the 1 year. What do I need to do for this quarter, this month, this week, and then today? What does my day need to look like? So for me personally, I have grown a lot across a lot of different things that I work on. I need to reassess, to look at what's working well, what's not working well, where I need to spend my time to get to these goals. Is what I'm doing every minute of the day to a degree, to over-optimize, but is what I'm doing every damn day working towards hitting these goals, moving the needle in the right direction? If not, why am I doing it, right? And then how can I do more of what's going to move the needle in the right direction? That's the big thought coming into 2026, guys. Not streaming tomorrow, not streaming the day after. You can bet that I'm going to be doing a lot of that. I'm really going to be doing a lot of that, sitting down and doing a lot of that. Again, if you have a significant other, I think it's a great thing to do outside of your work stuff with them as a whole. Even if you're with your family or whatever it is, to try to encourage them to be on the same page so you guys can set these goals together, keep yourself in check. And I set a ton of them every single year. And you don't always hit them, right? Sometimes you fall on your face, but you're building towards that. You're working towards that, and you are getting better. So, hope this helps, guys. Hope this helps. Where's the dude who said it's a short? No, I'm just kidding, guys. I'm just kidding. Trade's not looking too bad here. Trade's not looking too bad here as we are popping to the upside. We found some buyers off that overnight low level. I'm going to hang on to this one. Again, not really needed to make it a home run. We could just chop here. I'm going to hang on to this one at least for now. At least for now. Let's see if we can't break out here. I'll be chatting with you guys. I'm sorry. I got some just got some back end live account stuff that started to move a little bit today. That I'm messing with. One of my goals, right? One of my trading goals coming into 2026 is to get much better versed in options trading. Learn that instrument. I'm pretty well versed in just the general stonk game in Forex and now in futures that I've spent years in, or almost 2 full years. Yeah, actually 2 full years in the futures market. I'm not swapping anything over. I'm not changing anything. I'm not, I'm not looking to completely change up what I do at all. But I've been doing more and more with live accounts, right? Bigger goal, be able to scale and grow live accounts more efficiently, more effectively. Learning new instruments, right? And tools in order to do that. At least understand them better and test them myself and decide, hey, messing around with really aggressive naked options is not for me, right? Or, iron condors and martingaling them is a stupid thing to do. No, just kidding. For those of you that were following along on X with that dude that was martingaling iron condors. Sorry, guys. I'm checking one more thing here. And then we're going to run a giveaway. You guys have been hella patient. We're going to run a giveaway. Run the likes up. I don't mean to be distracted. I hate being quiet on a stream. It's not my goal at all. I think you guys know that because I yap all damn day. But I just got to handle a couple of things on the back end here. Last one, and then I'm putting this phone down, and it's going to be it's going to be in the market's hands. That will be that. There we go. We are done. All right, let's see if I get cooked. Now, it's about to be giveaway time. Guys, run the likes up, and we are going to get somebody funded with a Top 1 Futures instant funded 50K account. Form's not there just yet. Give me a minute. Run the likes up, and we're going to get this bad boy rolling. Smash the like button on YouTube or wherever you are. No goal today. You guys have been cool. We talked about quite a bit, man. We talked about top 1 futures, talked about bookmap, talked about what is going on? Talked about the new year, man. Planning for the new year, setting some goals, trying to continue to get better, improve in your life, improve in trading. And I know I do talk a lot. I trailed a lot about things outside of trading because I think it's extremely important. I don't know any successful traders. I really don't. I don't know anybody that is a successful trader that has longevity in this game that is completely undisciplined and just a mess in other areas of their life. They just don't seem to exist. People that make it in this game, they have their other areas of their life on lock. They exercise discipline in all other areas of their life. It's few and far between that you see somebody that is, just a mess everywhere else and crushes it on the charts. It's extremely difficult to exercise discipline when money's on the line. And, if you're not doing it everywhere else, you're just not keeping any promises to yourself. You're not following anything else in your life, with some intention. I think you're really going to struggle when money's on the line, and it's twice as hard to do. There we go. Almost giveaway time. Let's get somebody funded. See what we got. Remember, guys, you're going to have to be in the Discord. Link is at the top of the chat. Feel free to hop in there if you're not already to get ready for it. And the form is going to get dropped in there in just a minute. Last stream of the year, guys. What a year. What a year it was, man. 2025. Crazy, man. Crazy. Getting ready to drop this form, and then I'll explain this a little bit better. Come on. What's good? What's good? With the form? Cool. 12:30. All right, guys. Form is live in the 100% free Discord. It's giveaway time, man. Let's get somebody funded with an Ignite 50K account. Here's the deal, guys. Form is in Discord. Go ahead and get it filled out. I'm going to give you guys 5 minutes. I'm going to give you until 11:47 today. Oh, excuse me. It's 11:13. That'd be way too long. Let's say 11:18. 11:18. Form's going to get shut off at 11:18. Go ahead and get filled out. No purchase necessary. Basic contact info. Only fill the form out one time. If you fill the form out multiple times, you're going to get banned from all the streams, the Discord. You're going to get banned from everywhere. Don't do that. Probably going to get blacklisted from Top 1 and a whole bunch of other firms also. You have to be in the live chat to win. You got to be in the chat to claim the giveaway. So don't leave if the person that wins the duck race, which is how we pick the winner, is not here. We're going to run it back. Winner's going to get picked, like I said, at, we'll say 11:18. That is the deal. That is the deal. See, a couple of you guys said I'm not in Discord. Here's the deal. Here's the deal, guys. Chill out. Chill out. Everybody chill out. Boom. Link to Discord right there, guys. It is a WAP link. I will repeat this one time. It's the last time I'm going to repeat it. If you can't get in through WAP, you're banned, your country's banned, whatever it is. I'm sorry. I have to run it through WAP. No more individual Discord links. Too many scammers. I should answer your question. Link is there. Link is in chat. Linky McLink link. Go ahead, get that one filled out, guys. And we'll get somebody funded today.
Move your feet like this. Move your feet like this.
Let's see. We got a bunch of people filling it out. Again, guys, we got about another minute. Give you guys about another minute. Market continuing to drive to the upside here. Continuing to drive to the upside. Can we get a little Winsky out of this? Can we get a little Dubsky out of this? That'd be pretty cool. I don't think I would mind that. All right, guys, getting ready to clip this form. Getting ready to clip the form. Let's go. And we are good. We are good. Let's get you guys' names filled out. Let's get somebody funded. I love running the duck races, man. Duck races are awesome. The duck races are awesome. It's duck time. Appreciate you guys hopping on as always, man. Let's see. Nah, I'm hyped, man. I'm hyped for 2026. Really excited. This year has been really cool. I'm very grateful for how this year has gone. And I'm really looking forward to pushing to make this next year even better, man. I'm psyched. Gonna lay out what that's gonna look like, what those goals are gonna look like. Ooh, we're trying it. We're gonna try it. Excited to lay out what those goals are gonna look like and grind it out. Know what I need to do today, tomorrow, the next day to get it done. Make that really clear. All right, guys, just getting this giveaway form set here. Bear with me. Bear with me. You guys look pretty good. Doesn't look like anybody spammed it just yet, but we could always find that on the back end. Remember, if you filled this out with your mother's and your brother's email and you have an account with Top One or you don't have an account with Top One, you're going to get banned. You're going to get banned from here. You're going to get banned from Top One. You know, I don't know if you guys know this, but so you can get banned from a payment processor, right? Specifically for charging back things. Whether or not you like it and whether or not it should be the case, information is shared on the back end, right? So if you run a game, even at something as simple as this for a prop firm giveaway account, ooh, made it to a 1-to-1. Even for a prop firm giveaway account, you run the risk of getting banned from that prop firm and like all other prop firms. I wouldn't do that to yourself. It's not necessary. We run giveaways nonstop all the time on here. If you filled this out with a different email, just to be really clear for everybody on here, because we got a ton of people on here. I think I'm gonna grab $400 on this one if we can crack this high. A little bit more, maybe the 65s.
Order filled.
We're out of this one, guys. $400, a little past the 1-to-1. Nothing crazy, keeping it light. Yeah, guys, don't do that. If you fill this out with somebody else's email, with your brothers and your mothers and your sister's email, and you get the account and you go, I need to change it to another email, it's a dead giveaway that you spam the form. So don't do that. Don't do that here. Don't do that anywhere else. You're only allowed to have one profile at all these firms. You know, I can't tell you the amount of kids that I see like constantly, can you unban me? Can you unban me? Like all over the place on socials, on all these prop firm accounts. I'm like, yeah, stop running the game, man. Stop trading with your brothers and your sisters' accounts, right? Like, come on, man. Let's run it. W trade. W on somebody gonna get funded right now. Let's end the year right, man. Let's end the year right. That thing might continue to go, but I'm taking it right there just in case we chop. $400 in the live account. No complaints, chat. No complaints in the live account. Promise, guess my duck. Can't fill the form out. Form's done. Go back and watch the video. Thanks for the giveaway. You know it. Well done, Pam. Let's go duck. Go duck. W's, W's, W's. Oh, Pam. Let's go. Just past the payout point for an instant funded account. Let's go. Pam with the W. Big W's in the chat. That's awesome. That's absolutely awesome. I love to hear that. I really love to hear that. Very nice. Very nice. Got W's in the chat. Pam, that's awesome. That's awesome. Muhammad, what's going on? Rambus, my duck looks like he's losing. It's funny. It's funny. Discord link is in the chat. You guys are still asking for the Discord link. Forum's done, guys, just so you know. Forum's done, but just in case you missed the Discord link, this is why I post it 47,000 times. There it is. This way you guys can stay updated. You can get in new giveaways. Haven't seen gold this ugly since it was hanging on my ex rhombus. What? Man, right back to opening range to chop around. Yep. Yep. I don't know, guys. This is looking pretty strong here. I think this could go, but I'm gonna take it just in case we chop. I'm happy to get in down here and get out down here. Caught the entire range. No complaints, man. You know, we take off and run. I'm very okay to watch that. No problem. Let's see. 2 minutes and 50 seconds to go. See who's got this one today. 2 minutes to go. Come on, man. Look at the snowman duck. The Trump duck is also out front. Trades by Ezal, SMT Hunter. Let's see. Got a little bit of time. A little bit of time left in this one. Minute and 30 seconds to go. Remember, guys, if you just want to check out Top 1 Futures, if you don't want to try to win an account, or if you don't want to win today and you want to check this out, there it is. There's the link to check it out. You can copy trade up to 10 accounts. Code RDF gets it done. If you want to check it out, link is in the chat. This ends this Thursday? January 1st. Figure to check it out. Move, where's my ducky number 90 to be the winner? Let's see. What should I do when the WAP is not in my region? I can't help you. Talked about that. Go back to the beginning of the stream, and I explained it in more detail, Mr. X Gamer. Go back to the beginning of the stream. All the way right after I read the disclaimer. I explain what's up with that. The Trump duck. Daniel's a Trump duck? It's awesome. Let's see. Remember, guys, if you don't win today, also, I'm here trading live almost every damn day, 9:15 a.m. Eastern. Almost every day. Every day. Free. No course, no VIP. The Discord's free. The videos are free. The strategy, the approach. Raking up some money here. We're free. Free 99. And giveaways almost every day. On last week, we gave away 10 accounts. We had the top 1 guys on. Let's see what we got. Aaron's Car, Starboy, Pro Trader, Ash Mood, Rob 23, the number 70 duck. Oh, taking the W. Don't go anywhere. Remember, guys, don't go anywhere. We got to see. To claim it. Rob, I know you're here, but we like to make it interesting. Rob 23 is a Discord OG, even though he's got a regular ass name that I can actually pronounce. Thanks, Rob. He's here all the time. I think he's probably won before. I mean, at this point, I think I can confidently say I've given out well over 100 instant funded accounts. I think I can confidently say that. Especially after we did last week's giveaway. I've had multiple weeks where I've given away double-digit accounts. If you haven't won yet, I think there's a really, really, really good opportunity to win here. Let's see. W's. Congrats, Rob. Robbie boy, where you at? I know Rob's here. We're gonna give Rob 5 minutes just in case he's delayed. Nobody freak out. Remember, don't go anywhere just yet. You might miss something. Don't go anywhere just yet. Hang tight. We'll see what the market does after this exit. I want to talk about this trade. I don't know, chat. We might be running it back. I don't know. Everybody just chill. Listen, if you dip out, even if Rob's here, I'm just gonna throw this out there. I don't know. You might miss something. I'm just gonna say we might not be done yet, chat. Everybody just chill. In the meantime, hang out for 5 minutes. Let's talk about this trade. We caught a little W here, chat. Caught a W. If you guys missed it, just got out. You can rewind the live, like 30 seconds. You probably see it. What looked really good on this one? From Bookmap, which is the tool that I'm talking about, that I'm partnered and affiliated with. And the link is in the bio if you want to check out Bookmap. I'll also throw it in the chat. What looked really, really good from Bookmap today on this one was CBD and nothing down below by way of liquidity, right? So let's go back. Here's the beautiful thing with Bookmap that you can't do with a depth of market. You can go back in time. You can look at all this, right? As we first came down into this area, this is what it looked like, right? As we were coming down, we really had a nice stack of orders right here down below overnight low. And we just missed it on this candle before we popped back up, right? We came back down a second time after snapping this high. Right back down. We cracked overnight low, which again is a key level in itself to look for a long. I have a long bias based on the higher time frame market structure, price action, the medium time frame price action market structure, and slightly neutral, as if we could just chop today. I was cool with that happening, so I knew I wanted to be long, maybe off of an extreme. This, as we came back down a second time, look at cumulative volume delta, right? The difference between buy and sell volume is essentially exactly what it sounds like, right? Anchored to a specific point in time. Cumulative volume delta continued to get jacked here, man. Plus, I think we were probably plus 5,000 by the time I was getting long on this, right? Right in here, 1045. Beautiful long play off of this one. Can't complain. Kept it really low risk. Sure, I should be multiple minis deep on this one, but I'm also taking into context the time of year. Stop loss way outside of prior day low. Not way outside, but just outside of prior day low. Dead wrong if we sell off to this area of high volume, which we didn't do. Pop to the upside, right? Still on a rising CVD, looking really strong. I still think we got really good case to go. I think we got a really good reason to potentially push to the upside. But maybe we chop, right? Bullish to slightly neutral, right? Maybe we chop. I think we could just sit around here and dance all day. 50-50 if we break out and run, or if we just dance around, right? So I'm good today. On a day like today, I'm going to take my over a 1-to-1, small $400 W in the live account, right? Small base hit. Make it happen. For the most part, coming into 2026, I'd like to hold my trades longer. I find that I can never hold my trades enough. Welcome to the club. Nobody can ever hold their trades long enough. But on a day like today specifically, and risk relative to reward that it's showing, cracking a high, my thesis would have to be I'm going to leave that on, and I'm going to shoot for a larger move. Can that happen today? Sure, absolutely. I think we can come and settle back up here around prior day high, prior week high. I'm more than happy to just rack up the win with you guys here and run a duck race. Now. Rob's here, but guess what, chat? We're going to run it back, even though Rob's here. Rob, congratulations. Just to be clear, I don't want to freak anybody out. Rob's here. I know we made everybody nervous. Rob has the 50K instant funded account in his name, Rob23. Don't freak out. He's here. I know you're here. I saw it in the chat. Listen, I try to do it because it prevents more scammers coming. But like I've said in the past, guys, I do have more leniency. I can do whatever I want. I have a little bit more leniency if you're here every single day and I know your name, okay? Maybe that you looked away for a second, or your kid spilled some, applesauce on your iPhone that you're watching from while you're driving. All right, let's run it back. We're running it again. We're doing another one today. We're giving out 2 accounts. Merry Christmas. Happy New Year's, guys. This is not the 10 accounts that we run, but we're running it back again. Let's get somebody else funded today. I said if you hopped off, and it looks like a bunch of people hopped off, we dropped about 20 concurrent viewers. I said you might not want to leave. I don't know. I don't know. I said you might not want to dip out. I usually give an indication. We had like 80 people on the YouTube. Now we dropped to 60. You will have to be here if I don't know you. If you're not a Discord OG, which is okay, I need to see your name in the chat somewhere. And for the record, if you're not in the Discord, I don't know how you got onto the giveaway anyway. Rob's in the Discord. He's in here on YouTube with a different name. We got him. Let's go. Appreciate you guys for hopping on, man. As always, thanks for being here. Y'all are awesome. Really can't express that enough, man. One thing I'm going to continue coming into 2026 even more so, expressing gratitude, man. I was so grateful when I had the first person hop on my live stream. One person. I don't know if you guys know this. I wasn't a magically blew up in one day streamer. I started streaming to myself, and then I had one person that came on, and then 2, and then 3, and now we're well over 100 on average concurrent across these thousands of people. I had 0 subscribers right when I first started. I'm over 13. I think I'm about to hit 14,000 subscribers on YouTube. Millions of views, thousands of hours of watch time. I'm super grateful. Over 2,000 people in the free Discord. Almost 10K on IG. I appreciate you guys. It's crazy. Thanks for being here. I'll always try to keep it real with you. I'm not the best trader in the world. I don't have it all figured out. I show you what my trading looks like with prop firms pretty transparently, day in and day out for free. I have hundreds of hours of live trading over the last years, free for you to go back and watch the evolution, watch the mistakes made, watch the break even, the drawdown, the lost accounts, all that stuff. And then watch the good stuff, the run-ups, the live accounts, the payouts, the continual profit in the live account. I'm grateful, man. I'm really grateful. So anyway, check this stuff out for yourself. Grain of salt it with me and everybody else. I'll also always tell you I'm partnered and affiliated with prop firms, with software companies. I constantly disclose that. It's the mutually beneficial business relationship that I like to run. I show you guys my trading journey. I give it all free. I answer questions. We give out accounts. We have the Discord. I really try to answer everybody I possibly can. No gatekeeping, right? No paid course, nothing. On the back end with the firms and software and different things that I promote, I am paid, right? I think it's a very good mutually beneficial relationship because you don't have to buy anything if you don't want. You might say Bookmap sucks, Top One sucks. I don't like anything that Zach uses. I like to hang out and maybe win an account for free, and I like to watch him trade live a little bit. He looks stupid, and it brings me joy. Cool, man. Awesome. I will always encourage you to do your own research, make your own decisions. I'm biased. I can't be unbiased if I stand to make money, which I do. Do your own research, make your own decisions. So that's me. If you want to watch more about my journey, from how long I've been trading to, what I've traded, the ups, the downs, feel free to watch some of the podcasts. They are linked on my stream, on my website, the ASFX podcast, the Boris Schlossberg podcast. I got another one dropping with Traders Post. I got multiple with Austin, actually. You can watch some of that stuff. I'll be linking more to my website, actually, this weekend. It's on my to-do list. So, appreciate you guys for being here. Thanks for being here. Hope to see you in Discord. Hope to see you back on the live streams. We're blowing up for 2026. It's going to be big. I can feel it, guys. I can feel it. It's going to be a good year. I can feel it. I can feel it for you guys, too, man. I'll tell you this. Insane. I've had way more people in my Discord. Pam today just saying she qualified for a payout. I've had so many people in the Discord share payouts this year. It was insane. Two off the bat towards the end of this year that won the account for free and got a payout from it. Zero. No investment to a payout. Unlikely to happen, but part of it. So I appreciate you guys, man. That's my gratitude today. 16 seconds to go. Nafimi 64 Duck. Herojo, I can't pronounce any of these. The 96 Duck. The Panda Duck out of nowhere, making a run for it. A-Deal King up top. Stop loss hit. Rob! Oh my God, wait a minute. It's a different Rob. Hold on. The Rob Duck. No, wait. First off, hold on. Rob 23 was out of this race. He was already taken out. Let me see who this is. Nobody go anywhere yet. So it's not Rob 23. Rob E. I'm not going to dox you. Rob E. Where are you at in chat? I'm going to need somebody to claim this one because I don't know who this is. It's not Rob. 2 Robs is crazy. 2 Robs is absolutely crazy work. As you guys know, if you watch this day in and day out, it is not rigged despite popular belief. Hold on one second. Let's see who this is. Rob the New Year. We got Rob. Hold on. I'm going to set the timer. I'm going to need somebody to claim this one by 11:43. Hang on, chat. Chat's going crazy. Hold on. Rob, I'm going to need you to claim this one, my friend. You got to be somewhere. You got to be on Kick. You got to be on YouTube. I will even check Twitter for you. Nope. The only thing that I've got on Twitter, classic, is Give me, please, one account. If you win one. But no begging. Rob, are we going for 3 today? Are we going for 3? You got 3 minutes, Rob. You got 3 minutes to claim this one. Let me go back here. Robbie McRob. Oh my gosh. Now I'm in Discord. I'm trying to see. Hang on, everybody. Hang on. What an exit here, eh, chat? What an exit here, eh? Pam, I hope you don't mind me reading this from Discord. It's in the main chat. Really can't thank you enough. After 3 years of ups and downs, mostly downs, absolutely below break even in total. Now for the first time, because of what I've learned, technicals and psychology, I got to where I can take a payout. I can't thank you enough. Pam coming to give you a hug in Florida. Pam coming to the Tampa in-person seminar. What a beautiful P&L. A monthly P&L that most would dream of. Awesome. Absolutely awesome. Straight green for the last 5 weeks of trading. Qualifying for a payout. You're here every day. I love to see it, man. I love to see it. Pam, congratulations. You definitely deserve it. Hella W's in the chat. That is absolutely epic. Absolutely epic. I'm happy to provide, anything here on the stream that you guys can take and use for yourself. I really am, in a non-financial advice way, as always. Awesome to see. And everybody else, I got to do, also on my to-do list, guys, is hype everybody up on socials. I'll probably do it on like IG and X. I've had so many people take payouts out of the community. I've had so many of you guys do well. It's just awesome to see. So, W. Yes. If you guys don't know, I'm in Tampa. On May, is it 16th and 17th for the ASFX in-person event. If you guys want to come and trade literally live with me. And everybody else. We'll talk about that in a minute. Maybe we run the race again. Rob is not here. Rob, I've waited for you, Rob. I gave you multiple chances. Rob 23 is here. He got it. I think you guys know what happens now. I think you guys might know. I actually waited an extra minute longer than I said. Here's what we got, guys. We're running it back. Round 3 today. Man, if you left the stream early, you really took an L today. Let's run it back, guys. 5 minutes on the clock. Here we go. I'm going to pull up the info. I see we got some questions in the chat about the Tampa ASFX deal. Let me get this started. 5 minutes on the clock. Remember, guys, I say this from the beginning. It's literally on the form. Must be in the live chat to claim the win. That says THWIN, the win, right? Got to be here to claim it. Yeah, guys, and I know some of you said you don't see your name. There's 100 ducks in this race. We got a bunch of people on here. Half of them immediately are on the other side of the screen that you don't see, so don't freak out. But let's talk about this real quick. I am going to be in Tampa with a suite of heavy hitters, including Brian Shannon. If you don't know who Brian Shannon is, just Google it. Please go ahead and learn about VWAP and Anchored VWAP. But I would really encourage you, if you don't know who Brian Shannon is, check it out. There are still tickets. They were getting closer and closer to sold out. I thought as soon as he was announced it would sell out, but I'm gonna show you these, and I'm gonna drop the link in chat. Whoa, there we go. This is the Tampa ASFX in-person seminar. This is a paid event, but you guys can decide for yourself if it's something that you want to make it out to. Boom. Here's the one with Brian Shannon real quick before we go back to the duck race. Nobody yell at me. Brian Shannon coming to the event is crazy. This is ASFX Austin Silver's event. You can see everybody else on the list. A ton of heavy hitters. On here. Not talking about myself when I say that. This is a 2-day in-person event, May 14th and 15th in Tampa, Florida. It's at a badass hotel on the water. 2 full days of live trading. Everybody up there that you see, live trading, talking strategy, giving you all the sauce they possibly can. Mindset, risk management, trading prop accounts, trading live accounts, the tools that we use, in depth on Bookmap, everything. Obviously, VWAP. Everybody on there is pretty heavy on the VWAP. If you guys want to check it out, link is in the chat. You want to support me, support your boy, code RDF. This is an expense for me to go to be clear, right? I get, obviously, a ton out of this from a financial standpoint, but so we are clear, so you guys know, I pay to go out there. It is a net negative when I have my credit card out to book my flights and my hotel, okay? Come, don't come, do what's best for you. I always am clear when something's a paid event like that. I think in a biased way, there is very little you could do in the course of 2 days that would be more impactful and beneficial for your trading to go to an in-person event, whether it's that one or almost any other in-person event that's going to put you around not only the traders that you see on that screen, but 100 of you that are here in the live chat that are on the same journey. Insane. Tons of people from the last year's one that I went to. He's done a ton of them. I got invited to be a guest speaker on the last one. I'm a guest speaker on this one. That's all I am, just a guest speaker. So you know it's not my deal. Ton of people were friends after that. Ton of people were trading together. They met trading buddies. All skill levels, from early beginner to very experienced, trading huge size live accounts. There were dudes putting up 5-figure live account trades in the audience. It was awesome. Also, just a ton of fun, man. Everybody goes out, dinners afterwards. Obviously, super fun. So, if you guys want to check it out, link is in the chat. I would love to meet some of you guys in person, to talk to you face to face, to show you what trading looks like for me in person. It's a really cool event. It's like panel style, very interactive. It's not just this big lecture where everybody tells 47,000 stories. It's questions and answers. It's panels. It's really cool, man. I love the way that Austin does it. So grateful to be out there again. Hope to see more of you guys in there. I got 3 people coming from the community that are here all the time. I'm not doxing people unless they say they want to be doxed, but I'd be more than happy to meet more of you guys. If it's not in the cards for you, there's other in-person events. Again, I would recommend unbiasedly any in-person event for almost anything. We live in the day of age of this right here. There's nothing like in-person, man. Nothing like in-person. So let's check this out, man. We got a winner coming up. I see a bunch of questions in the chat. If you guys hang out, I'm going to answer a whole bunch of your questions. I'm not going anywhere just yet. This has been a fun stream. It's the last stream of the year for me. I wouldn't go anywhere. This is the second time we have to rerun the race. Let's see. This is race number 3 of the day. Like I said, don't go anywhere. If you don't go anywhere, we got to make sure the person's here. And if you're in chat, if you ask me questions, I'm going to try to answer questions if it's trading questions. Let's see. Tushar Satya TS. We got W's in the chat. Let me see who this is. And I got to go back and look at ES, man, because we came back down. What an exit, man. I mean, that's as close as top ticking and bottom ticking I ever get, chat. I got long here and we got out here. That's about as close to top and bottom ticking as I possibly can. But Tushar, where are you at in the chat? Where are you at in the chat? Chatty McChat. This is somebody that's usually here. Everybody chill. Nobody freak out. I'm gonna go back. I'm not gonna jump off right after this, guys. Even if this person's here, I'm gonna go back, read some questions. You guys answered a handful of questions. Let's see. Damn, you guys really dipping out, man. You guys really dipping out. So we got, let me go ahead and mark these. Hold on. We got Rob23 took the W. We got the other Rob who didn't answer that we had to rerun it. And now we have a third winner who so far has been pretty quiet. Where we at? Where we at? Hold on. From a woman of rugby. You know what? I usually don't take the input, guys. We're gonna knock that time down. If we run it again, it's gonna be a quick one. If not, still here, make me run shorter. Yeah, I got you guys. I'm gonna do it in like 30 seconds. And if you ask me questions, you can feel free to hang on the stream. All right, guys, we're gonna run it in like 30 seconds. Tushar, you're not in here, brother. You're not in here. Come on, man. Live chat. You gotta be on the live chat. VWAP Monster, yeah, a lot of people from the chat talking about this. All right, let's run it, man. I'll make a note. I'll make an executive decision. No, wait. Guys, we're gonna make this quick. 35 seconds. Let's go. You gotta be here. I'm just gonna run it until somebody claims it. If you won and you're not here, it's part of the deal, guys. You gotta be here. 30 seconds on this one. We're making it quick. The breakout ducks might have it. $18 seconds to go. Let's see who's going to get this one. It's a quick one. 12 seconds on the clock. Let's see. Strawberry duck. Sand the trader. I'm going to give you literally 120 seconds. Let's go. 2 minutes to get this claimed. It is 52.5 right now. You have until 54. Sand the trader. Number 70 duck. We got W's in the chat. Where are you at? I'm watching Kick. I'm watching X. I'm watching the YouTube live chat. I'm watching the X live chat. There you... Wait. No. That's not it. Hold on. Coming up. 60 seconds to claim it. Gotta do it, guys. Gotta do it. Can't keep everybody here forever. Sand the trader. Where you at? Where you at? We're gonna have to run it. How many are we gonna run today, guys? You don't like the accounts? What happened? He's here. Wait. Where? Where he's here? Hold on. Rhombus. Damn, you know what's gonna happen, guys? I'm gonna give out too many of them. All right. I said we're gonna run it. Round, I don't know how many. I'm just going to keep marking them down. 35 seconds to go. Rerun. Sand the trader on the no claim. You guys better have a really good excuse when you hit me up after this and say that you were here, but you missed it. If it's a Discord OG, like I said, I'm giving it to him, but this has literally never happened. Let's see. 5th time the charm. Starboy out front. I don't know, man. Oh, Mystic Rick. This is a Discord OG. I'm going to tell you guys right now, Mystic Rick is winning the account. I know even if he is delayed that he's here. I have everybody claim the account unless it's somebody that I know for a fact is here and is not spamming the form. That's the goal of making them have to claim. Mystic Rick with the W. We finally got a winner here. Thank you. Took 5 times. Holy hell. W's in the chat. Technically 2 winners. Hold on, let me mark it down. Yeah, relax, Vagon. He's here. We got it. Hang on. I said I was going to answer some questions. Listen, guys, that's going to be it for giveaways. Live, 9:15 a.m. Eastern, almost every damn day. Hop in the free Discord. Links in the chat. Link down below this video to stay updated. No live tomorrow and the next day for New Year's Eve and New Year's Day. This is the last live of the stream. Thank you guys for being here. I appreciate you. I really do. Hyped for 2026. Big things coming. Stay tuned in Discord, across socials. realdealfutures.com if you want all the links, if you need my email, if you need anything. It's all at realdealfutures.com. Along with that, I'm going to answer some questions. Oh, quick disclaimer before I even answer the questions. Remember, guys, I'm not a financial advisor. I don't provide financial advice. Nothing I say or do is suggestion or recommendation to do anything at all. Make sure you do your own research. Make your own trading decisions. Read CFTC Rule 4.41 on simulated trading, which is what this is, even in funded prop firm accounts, and the affiliate and prop firm and the affiliate and partnership disclaimer says I stand to make money from links and codes in my content, like Top on Futures, Code RDF, Bookmap, and others. Now, I'm answering questions. Guys. I'll hang out here until I answer. If you guys have trading questions, feel free to ask. I saw some good questions, and I don't want to not answer good trading questions just because we were running the duck races. If you have questions that are easily answered on my live streams or things that I've answered in other videos, I will tell you to go and watch it there. If you ask me dumbass personal questions or just stuff that is not related to anything, I will just skip your questions. Let's see. So I scroll back a bunch. Let me just see. This is all ducks. So many ducks. Trading questions. Questions on prop firms. Questions on software. Feel free to ask away. One of the dumbest questions I got was someone continued to ask me about my shoe size. Changing my Rob. Yeah, this was Rob. Let me see. Yeah. I'm going to have to go from the bottom. I got in late today. Still did well, but scaling down way this week. Meatball subs. Awesome, man. Awesome. W's for Pam. What are your views on straight to funded accounts? I like them. I like the instant funded accounts. I'm a fan of them. I don't like taking evals. I don't like having to waste time trading in evals for profit that I'm never going to stand to withdraw. But they do come with a trade-off. They do come with a trade-off, right? Consistency rules, sometimes the price point to start. So always do your own research, make your own decisions. My preferred prop firm is this bad boy right here, pinned to the top of the chat. Top One Futures. I'm partnered, I'm affiliated, I stand to make money, right? Can't be unbiased. This, in my humble opinion, especially these bad boys right here, are the best opportunity in the funded space, period. Again, my humble biased opinion, but certainly in the instant funded space, especially the 50K account. 50K account is wild. Sorry, instant funded. The Ignite is solid too. Really, really solid. Just different rules set across these. I have videos comparing all three of these side by side. Hop on YouTube if you want to check this out. Brian Shannon, the VWAP legend. Yes. Brian Shannon is the legend. The VWAP legend. If you want to learn about VWAP, if you hear traders talking about it, this is the man. Specifically anchored VWAP. If you want an entire hardcover badass book on it, go and read Brian Shannon's anchored VWAP book, the Alpha Trends book. But insane to be speaking alongside of him. I'm really honored to get invited out there by Austin Silver, whose show it is. It's super cool. I'm really like, I can't believe that I get to be up there, and can't believe that so many of you guys are going to get to be out there and hanging out with everybody. So it's awesome, man. Awesome. Back to the chart. Can't wait to meet some of you in person. Absolutely. Stop loss again. Sorry to hear that. Yeah, here we go. So are you going to trade from Tradeovate? Yes. So just so we're clear, guys, I'm answering questions in the chat. If you have trading questions, feel free to ask. I'm hanging out, done trading. We ran the giveaways, and I just don't want to leave off, especially last stream of the year, not answering anybody. Again, you can always hop in Discord and ask me questions in there. I'm happy to talk to you guys, or even on socials, but mostly Discord is good. Yes, Project X is done. Project X is cooked, in my humble opinion. You could watch the whole video on why that is. I will be on Tradeovate, NinjaTrader, TradingView coming into the new year as soon as I'm able to swap over on this live account. You go outside this today, Zach. Daytona was chilly today. Yeah, I'm a little bit farther south, but the weather's nice down here, man. Weather's nice down here. Definitely not sweating. Another Rob account. We're talking about this. We're talking about this. Let's see. Oh, let's see if I missed any other ones. No, good questions, man. Appreciate you guys for sure. Scrolling the chat. Scrolling the chat. Let me see. Let me see. Thank you, Zach, for the stream. Bunch of thank yous. Appreciate you guys. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Appreciate you guys. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thoughts on AI? Can be useful. As far as the trading space, I'm not too worried about it. What else we got? One simple strat is good for new traders on the edge of profitability. Whatever you're working with, Rhombus, whatever strat you're working with, whatever strat you're working with is the thing to continue with. I wouldn't go and change it. Sam the trader. Why are you gonna do this to me, man? You guys know I'm nice guys anyway. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. I'll find you guys. Yeah, Project X is completely cooked. Project X is done. If you're still trading on Project X, you're asking for blown accounts and issues. There has been multiple issues every single week over the last 8 weeks. Major outages, major issues. Almost all prop firms now are offloading Project X even before they have to due to the issues. I would get off of it as soon as you possibly can. This is coming from someone who preferred Project X. This was my preferred platform. As you can see, I'm on it right now. I wish this wasn't the case, but it is, in my book, beyond done. I would not touch a new Project X account if I don't have to. I accidentally had Project X accounts rebill from a firm that I had evals with that I'm not happy about. But after that, I thought I was done. But after that, and after I get off with this account, I will not touch this platform. I'll check back in months down the road. Maybe it's all fine and well, but it is completely unusable at this point with the amount of major issues and outages that they've had. Not only just frustration with not being able to trade, I'm genuinely concerned that when things go wrong, that it won't be made right by the prop firms because they're not getting support from Project X either. So I'm thankful that Project X created this platform. Thankful for, Top Step and everything that they've done and all this stuff. This is in no hard feelings. Of course, I'm biased, so you have to understand when I speak about this stuff, I am biased, but maybe you can understand where I came from being a big Project X maxi this whole time. But it's done. I would not touch Project X with a 10-foot pole on any new accounts. That might not be your opinion. You might think that these things are minor inconveniences. Make your own decisions, but would not touch it. Completely cooked, in my humble opinion. Inexcusable, unreasonable amount of issues. Majorly broken, and obviously not able to be fixing it. So we don't have to stay on that for forever. Watch the video that I made talking about it if you want. It's on YouTube. But if you've been under a rock or not trading for the past 2 months, that's what happened. There's been a major outage. Really accumulating 2 weeks ago, the week before, just absolutely melting down every single day, back to back issues. Is just, unfortunately, a lack of reliability. And, I'm sure not their fault, not their game plan, but, we got to play the cards we're dealt. So here's my question, Zach. What are you going to do once Project X is removed from top 1? Are you moving to TradingView or will you trade from Tradeovate? Good question. I'm planning personally to log in to TradingView with a Tradeovate account. I am not nearly comfortable enough to swap over to Tradeovate. I think Tradeovate's a great platform. There's a ton of advantages on Tradeovate. I am born and raised on TradingView, and I'm going to have to deal with some of the disadvantages that come with directly trading from TradingView, like a little bit of lag, at least to start. So my game plan, what you're going to see from me live trading here, on prop accounts at least, is going to be a TradingView chart. That's my game plan coming into 2026. What account size is good for new traders? Newer traders, the smallest account size. If you're going to go for a larger one, trade it like it's a small account size. But if you're new, you're probably going to lose it. You're probably not going to make money. Keep risk low. Dang, this thing keeps on chopping till close. Yeah, Listen, guys, I don't always get it right, but it feels good when you do. I was really concerned about this. So we'll see. We'll see if we pull back down, we take everybody up. We'll see if we sell off. But if you guys missed it, I was long from in here somewhere off of overnight low, and we got out right above right in here in this high for like 60 some odd ticks, $400. Yeah, thanks. Top 1 futures will keep it or they will walk away from it. Nope, not walking away from it. So just so you guys understand, we're talking about Project X, the platform. If you guys have questions, again, feel free to ask. Project X sent an email to all of the prop firms except for Top Step. It's kind of becoming somewhat mutually agreed upon from everybody in the space that Top Step is Project X. They're one and the same. They own each other. It's the same people representing it. I don't know. But essentially, Project X in November said, we are ending support for all third-party prop firms. Everybody except for Top Step will not have Project X, even before the issues got worse and worse and worse. They were already getting bad, but they just got way worse. So all of the prop firms are not going to have it, right? Specifically for Top 1 futures, they are stopping the sale of Project X accounts in a couple of days. You will be able to trade all the way until February on whatever Project X accounts you have, no issue. And then there's going to be a forced migration in February over to Tradeovate, NinjaTrader, TradingView. They're also probably going to have an option to transfer over to Tradeovate, NinjaTrader, TradingView from Project X sooner than that, but that's not confirmed. So that's the whole answer. Yeah, Project X is owned by Top Step, just JFY. Yeah, again, like confirmed, like in a way where I don't know that they've confirmed that themselves. So I always try to be like right down the middle with anything I speak on. The only thing that won't answer is Bullnox. Emailed them and they danced around the question. That's a crazy way to handle it. Question for you, Rhombus. Does Bullnox have another platform that they offer? And if so, what is the other platform? No, thanks for the 55% off on Top 1. Awesome. Yeah, Tradeovate. Tradeovate blank trades cooks. Yeah. I have 50K straight funded. Can you tell me how to plan to manage my first payoff from Top 1 futures? That's an in-depth question. It's a really in-depth question, and it's personal to you. So, Aaron 77. I like the question, man. Hop in Discord and provide me with a bunch of your information as far as like your average amount of trades per day, your average win rate and risk to reward, how long you've been trading for, if you want a more detailed answer, and I could probably help you, maybe just give you my 2 cents in a non-financial advice, non-suggestion recommendation to do anything, because I'm an idiot and I'm not a financial advisor. Bullnox offers Rhythmic. That's it. Yeah, they probably don't want to say that they're only going to offer Rhythmic because it's not a popular choice. So that's a tough situation that some firms are going to be in. Also, huge red flag if you're with a firm that only has Project X and they don't have Tradeovate, NinjaTrader, TradingView. You're not going to have any other option outside of whatever else they offer. So worth noting that. Afternoon, Zach. I was live before the giveaway. Oh my gosh, man. Yeah, guys, I'm gonna have to figure out what to do. We did a whole bunch of giveaways. I gotta stick to some things here, but I'll review. All right, guys, I gotta wrap it up there after 12 o'clock. Got codes for the chair. Okay. Gotta wrap it up there. I got a meeting at 1. I gotta grab some lunch. Appreciate you guys hopping on. This was a fun one, a long stream, last one of the year. Multiple people getting funded. Took a W, man. A lot of good conversation. Make your plans for 2026. Review 2025. Go back and watch the middle part of this stream if you want, my yap fest about that. Hope to see you guys in Discord. I'm going to run the disclaimer again. Quick disclaimer. I'm not a financial advisor. I don't provide financial advice. Nothing I say or do is suggestion or recommendation to do anything. It's for entertainment purposes only. Trading is very risky. Most traders do lose money. Do your own research. Make your own decisions. Read CFTC Rule 4.41 on simulated trading, which is what this is. Even in funded prop firm accounts, and the affiliate and partnership disclaimer says I stand to make money from links and codes in my content. My Top 1 Futures code RDF, Bookmap, and others. Appreciate you guys. Happy New Year. I will see you back here Friday, January 2nd, first day of 2026. Appreciate you guys. Talk to you soon. Thank you.